Big up everybody. I'm back in the house. I'm back in the house. So as it says on the thumbnail and the description and all that stuff, it's a preview for the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid tomorrow at Anfield. But we're gonna prolong it in it. I'm not gonna be off a lot, especially work stuff and all that. So I thought, while I'm off, let's look at other, streamers and have fun at the same time as well. Please do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I appreciate that if you do that for me. It's free, as I always say. I don't ask for much other than that. But yeah, let's do this, people, man. Give me a
Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Oh my goodness gracious me, man. Listen, thinking about what happened over the weekend in regards to the games that we play, the game that we played against Burnley and all that stuff, I've forgotten about it. I know that we complained about the performance and the way we was in the game and all that stuff, but and then I see our rivals talking about us in regards to how bad we were or something along those lines, not looking at the actual game. Domination from minute one, really. And, Burnley not even having a shot on target, 0 shot on target. Liverpool just didn't have that clinical edge in the game. And that deep line defending didn't help either. Listen, they're professional footballers at the end of the day, Burnley players. So if they're going to put 11 men behind the ball and, close the gaps for Liverpool to open up and score goals, it's always going to be difficult for Liverpool going through that. So I remember when Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all these teams when they were the top dogs in the Premier League, how difficult it was going to the Dale. I remember that game. Man United went to the Dale. I think they lost by 6 goals to 3 or something like that. And they blamed the kit. They said because they were wearing a great kit. They said they couldn't see each other on the pitch. It happens, guys. It happens. I know everybody is saying Burnley is going to get relegated. They're sure to get relegated and all that stuff. That's not my concern, man. They could even surprise us and they might even stay in the Premier League. You know what I mean? So, yeah. At the end of the day, guys, we've got to move on and stop criticizing the players for their performances. Yesterday, of course, I had a little rant, at certain players, but with time, I think they will get better and do special things at Liverpool. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Let me just put it that way. Let me get to the comments before we continue, man. Early morning again, guys. Early morning tea. Yes, boys and girls. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, family. Yeah, I forgot the F. Yes, I forgot the A. It's okay. Sharp, what's going on, bro? Let's get it. Let's get it. Of course, True Don in the house. What you say, my brother? Hey, Fozzy, there's a troll sending some nasty stuff into people's streams. Jamie Phillips deleted his video, and Rods had the same guy thing. Just be mindful. Mods in the chat, delete silly messages. Yeah, okay. Thank you for telling me that, bro. I might have seen it. I might have seen it in Uncle Rod's one because I do watch Uncle Rod's stuff most of the time. Even that, I'm not on YouTube. Yeah, I did see some racial stuff and talk about the 97 and all that stuff. Unfortunately, you know what it is, True Don. You know what? When you're at the top, bro, especially being Liverpool Football Club, we're gonna get that. I mean, we're gonna get idiots like that who are gonna try to bring us down and all that stuff, make us say things that we don't normally say on streams and all that stuff. So yeah, we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, man, I've seen this before. I've been here a long time, innit? So it's nothing new. It's nothing new, bro. But yeah, we just got to be careful. Big up for that, anyway, bro. Thank you, my guy. Mr. Bat, I saw you finally. I saw you on Irishman's channel. Big up, my brother. Big up, my guy. Big up, big up, big up. I've been setting up, off the screen since I've been off. I've been setting up things for people to come on the channel eventually. I'll put the link over there. So, because I've always said that I'm just going to do it on my own for a bit, but I can't be unfair. If people want to come on the channel and have their say and all that stuff, let's do that, man. Let's do that in the near future. And, the watch along, especially halftime after the game, could do match reactions and all that stuff. And I'm going to do a lot of chat shows again. Hopefully, I'm going to do a lot of chat shows. So prepare for that as well, guys. If you guys want to come on, man. And I saw you, Mr. Bat. I saw you, mate. Big up, Clive, man. Big up, my guy. I always pay attention, man. Don't worry about that, people. I always look around YouTube and see what's going on and all that stuff. So, yeah. It's all good in the hood, man. I want everybody to participate. I want to, create a family here. And that's the whole point, guys. I'm on every day. I'm on every day, like having fun with you guys. You know what I mean? You ask me for things and I do it straight away. So Fozzy is here to represent. Let me just put it that way. So Atletico Madrid, Liverpool tomorrow night. Atletico Madrid, so far from what I can see, they're 11th in the league, so they're not doing so well. And there's story going around that Alvarez, my player, he's not gonna be playing in the game as well. So there's some defects in it in their team. So yeah, that's another thing as well. Let me just see what I could bring up. Yeah, man. Everywhere's Amarim. Sorry, it's everywhere's Amarim. The Man United fans want him sacked, did it, and all that stuff. Well, if you bought Sesko, and all these guys, if you really concentrated more on Man United instead of Liverpool, trying to stop Liverpool buying Isak and all that stuff, maybe things would have been different, man. Man United's sole focus is Liverpool not getting 21. That's their sole focus. They are willing to disrupt their football club just to stop Liverpool getting 21. It's weird. It's very strange. Very strange. What? You don't want to be successful? How are you going to have success? Maybe when we get 21, they're gonna wake up and they'll be scared for the rest of the Premier League. But they got battered against Man City the other day. Yeah, that's all I see around social media at the moment. You know, I mean, Saeed and all these guys getting angry and. Yeah, but yeah, let me go on to the tactics before we continue with the other stuff as well in regards to the Atletico Madrid game, and see where they are in the league. I haven't looked at the La Liga yet because it's not really interesting to look at. Yeah, that league is just finished, guys. It's dead. It's a dead league, man. I'm sorry to say that. I know, like some of you guys like that league, and you hate the way I say it. You know, talk about it. But I got to be realistic. I watched La Liga, you know what I mean, at its best. And, you know, when it was more competitive, I watched it. This ain't La Liga what I'm watching now, man. It's a different league. It's a completely different league. So let me share it with you. There we go. This is the league at the moment. We could check out what's going on in it. To prolong the show as well. I want to hear you guys what you're going to say about things as well. What's going on, Abdul? I hope you're okay, my brother. I could see you in the house. Thank you for tuning in. What are you saying? Of course, big up for the chat. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate that, bro. Assalamu alaikum. Ricky Hatton, of course, we already discussed that yesterday and the day before that. Yeah, rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, man. Rest in peace. From what I've heard, he's a lovely guy. You know, I mean, football aside, you know, people just look into rivalries sometimes and forget about the human side of things. So yeah, just give him the the respect, man. Give him the respect. Great boxer, great guy from what I've heard as well. So yeah. So this is the La Liga at the moment. Let's check it out. There we go. The same old, isn't it? I keep hearing how competitive it is in La Liga and all that stuff. Same old, two at the top. The league winners are second, and the runners-up are first. We're gonna see that every year. It's like Bundesliga. Let me just put it that way. Nothing's changed. It's no competitive, man. So where are Atletico Madrid? There you go, people. There is Atletico Madrid. This season they are 11th. Not doing so well. They've only lost one game. It's 4 games in it. They've only lost one game. Looks like a draw the couple, yeah. Draw the couple. And only one. 4 games, 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's why probably Alvarez has had enough and says like he wants to leave this football club. He came out and said like he's more ambitious than what they're showing, and I keep hearing some of the fans saying no, he doesn't like the winter in England and all this stuff. Listen, players are ambitious, man. Players want to win things. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Atletico suffer 4 new injuries. Atletico Madrid warm up their Champions League trip to Liverpool with a 2-0 win over Villarreal, but it may have come at a cost of 4 new injuries. So who are the injuries? Oh my God. 4 new injuries. Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought? Let me see what's going on. Alvarez, there you go. Alvarez knee. Knee. He's never had an injury in his career, you know, Alvarez. First injury, looks like as well. It's crazy. Damn, where's the mat going? I'm trying to have my coffee. And the mat disappears. Why? Let me make it bigger for you guys so we could see. This is the injuries they've got, guys. There you go. Alvarez. He's got a knee injury, Hanco. He's got ankle injury, and Normand has got back injuries. So there you go, people. Injuries everywhere. And at the weekend, along with goalkeeper Gonzalez, cramp. Cramp is not an injury, people. That's something you could run off if you stretch a lot. That's a cramp. Now I think Florian Wirtz had it at the Arsenal game, as I remember. He had a cramp and we took him off. So yeah. Listen, if they're gonna miss those players, then we've got the advantage in the game, so we could get a win on the way. I don't want to go into these games like last season. Let me just put it that way, you guys. Yeah, I don't want to go into these games like last season. Last season, we thought, going all gun ho, finishing top, and all that stuff is gonna get us, the glory, which is an easy tie in the last 16. It didn't. We got PSG, who came through the qualifying stage beating Man City. So it wasn't going to be easy. And I don't expect it to be easy either. So I'd rather we finish in the top 8 and get whoever we was tired in the second part of the season, guys. Remember that. Remember what happened to us in the second part of the season. Gravenberch wasn't the same. Soboslai wasn't the same. McAllister wasn't the same. And, Jota, rest in peace. And, Salah, Gakpo, he came back from an injury. The front line just wasn't, and the midfield wasn't as powerful as we was in the beginning of the season. So we got to be careful how we go on in the group stage now, guys. Like, we don't have to go gun-ho. Finish in the top 8. See what you get afterwards. And then we move, innit? We move. Because all this stuff we did last season didn't work. It did not work. It was terrible. So, yeah, that's how I want to go this season. Concentrate more in the first half of the season in the Premier League. Make sure you get your wins and all that stuff in the Champions League. Finish as high as possible, but don't go the same as like the season before. Let me just say it like that. A win is a win. Yeah, 100%, Clive. I agree with you, bro. A win is a win. And the more you sit back and think about it, we done pretty all right against Burnley. It's just the rivals are trying to make us upset. And, I see a lot of Arsenal fans. Let me just show you. Gal on his channel, when he had the Liverpool fans on there, start taking the piss out of us. You know what I mean? So as we're going on, on about the Champions League, let's see what they're saying. 1 second, guys. Let me show you. The thing is, we retaliate to people like this that really, that all they're doing is their job. You know what I mean? Which is, trying to make Liverpool fans angry for us to retaliate. Once we retaliate, they got us. So we're going to have a go at our players. When we have a go at our players, that means, the players are going to be unsettled. They're going to make a lot of mistakes on the pitch. The pressure is on. This is what rival fans are always going to do against us, guys. That's what they're going to do. So I saw this. I'll share it with you later on. I'll share it now. It's fine. As we talk about the Atletico Madrid game. So listen to this. This is what I heard from these guys that day.
And I got to keep it. I got to keep it consistent and balanced. I heard that we acquired Holland for the Champions League. We were already winning the Prem. We were already successful. We went out and got this talent to take it to the next level. Now, surely Wirtz was not acquired for them just to win the Prem. They already proved that they could win the Prem with the players that they have.
All right, let's get to, and honestly, I'm not even trying to run a Twitter agenda or anything like that.
You see, when they talk about Florian Wirtz, guys, yeah, Florian Wirtz is, we bought him mainly Champions League football. We bought him mainly to open up these deep line defending teams. People don't even talk about that. They think like we brought him because he's going to be a gun-ho kind of footballer that's going to, dribble in every game and score in every game and all that stuff. We didn't buy him to score goals. We bought him to, open up, these deep line defending teams, have his own impact in a sort of way in the big games. That's why he was bought. He wasn't bought to be, the complete, he wasn't bought to be doing everything in every game. We've got enough quality to cope with certain games. If you know what I mean, just have his own impact in the difficult games. That's why Florian Wirtz has been bought for Liverpool. It's all this overcomplicated stuff we're trying to make him do. It's not what we bought him for. There's certain things he can do that can open up certain teams that's difficult to beat, like Burnley and etc. during the season when he gets better, when he understands what his role is in the team. That's what we bought him for. And people don't look into that. They just think like, oh, he should be from minute one when he arrived, taking on about 5 or 6 players, scoring goals, left, right, and center, and creating goals for the likes of Salah, Ikatike, and Gakpo. That's what they thought. But he ain't bought for that. He's brought for difficult games. The quality sometimes shines through in difficult games. That's why Florian Wirtz is here, guys. If you know what I mean. So yeah, just don't fall for the trap. fall for the trap, man, because this is what they're trying to set us up with. And yeah, but let's continue with this to see what they're saying about Florian Wirtz. Then we get back to the Champions League. We'll go over the starting lineup of Liverpool, and I'll continue obviously watching rivals and say what they're saying as well.
But Florian Wirtz, 4
Oh
games.
no, of course you go. You wouldn't do that.
Now against Burnley, hooked after 86 minutes. Honestly, bro, it's been 4 games. You guys are the Premier League champions, so you guys do get a little bit more grace because I've seen you turn around players' careers like Gravenberch after year 1. So maybe Florian Wirtz just needs a full year before we judge him. But
maybe
because of the amount of money he came in for, and because of the fact that you guys are the Premier League champions, I feel like there's a little bit of a counter action here. If this was Arsenal, or if this was Manchester United, or if this was Chelsea who signed Florian Wirtz, and after 4 games he looked this poor, he'd be getting a lot more criticism. But because you guys won the league, you kind of get more grace with the whole Florian Wirtz. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think he's looked good, and I don't think he's up to full scratch yet, and used to how it is over here in England. If he does get used to it, eventually you'll see Florian Wirtz picking up form, looking like the player that we expect him to be. But right now, he does not look that good. And when I say hooked, I mean you guys are looking for a goal.
You see, guys, when they're saying like he does not look that good, obviously, sorry guys, I know we're speaking about Champions League football. We are. But I want to bring in other stuff to prolong the show some way, somehow for you guys, you know, to have your say in the chat as well. So, you know, when you watch Odegaard and players like that, I don't watch him consistently, so I'm not here to criticize Odegaard like other fans do who have their say about him. Arsenal fans, some of them say he plays good, some of them say his play is all right, some of them say he plays badly. So there's always different way of thinking about it as a fan of that football club. Igal is saying on his channel, please go subscribe to my brother there, that he hasn't been playing well. What do you mean he hasn't been playing well? Are you talking about every game? Or are you talking about in this game? That's what people misunderstand sometimes. I don't think Florian Wirtz has had bad games in the 4 games he played in the Premier League. He had moments that he played pretty well. He had moments that he looks outstanding. So players like that, they will show you glimpses of their quality rather than, you know, the full straight away. So eventually, once he has that momentum of playing consistently, and you know, the quality will shine with it. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Igal watches him that much. Like I said about Odegaard, I don't watch Odegaard because he could say to me, Odegaard has been playing well this season, and I'll say he hasn't from what I've seen. He watches him more than me, so he knows more about Odegaard than what I do. Same like I know about Wirtz than he does. So he needs to be careful of what he's saying. But then again, I understand they're rivals. They are going to bring our players down, so we can bring them down when they're chatting to us, so we can say bad things about Florian Wirtz at the same time as well, as many of us were doing as well. I mean, we're all saying he needs to shape up on all that stuff. I get pissed off sometimes because he's hiding behind players instead of like showing up for the ball. You know what I mean? You're the number 10, you're the number 7. You got Kevin Keegan's number, you got Kenny Dalglish's number. So we need you to show up. Suarez, you know what I mean? We need you to show up for the ball more. Sometimes I think he hides behind players and he needs to show up to get the ball by the scruff of the neck and change the game some way, somehow. That's what upsets me. But the application where he's trying, I can't argue with it. I think he's been all right. So if you're saying like out of 10, what is he? I say 7 out of 10. I don't think, you know, he reached the heights of heights yet. I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for now, for, you know, showing me glimpses of the quality that he has. But I think Igal, what he's saying about him is completely wrong. Like he's not been doing well throughout the 4 games. That's how I see it when I'm listening to him right now. And a lot of fans have been saying that. The outside fans have been saying the same as Igal as well. The people that don't watch Liverpool consistently. As I said, our fan base see it differently. Their fan base see it differently. I don't agree with them, the way they talk about Florian Wirtz. I thought in the second half in the Arsenal game, he was phenomenal until he got that cramp and was taken off. I thought he found spaces and he started causing problems. If you know what I mean. I remember that long ball from Soboslai towards him, that control, instant control, dead, bam. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then, attacking, taking a shot at the goal, and Raya saving it, and then it came off. Gakpo went in. Raya fouled Gakpo. Who came in? Ekitike scored a goal. It was disallowed. That was all all because of Florian Wirtz. So, as I said, guys, just don't believe these people, what they're trying to say to you, because they try to manipulate you in a way for you to have a go at the player. And then when the player hears his own fan base against him, his performances will drop. So we got to be careful, protect our players, and stop these rivals giving us some ammunition they could use against us. So this is what I've been trying to tell you guys. So yeah, let's continue with this. Let me get to the comments. Big up Red for Life, man. I hope I'm making sense, guys. I hope I'm clearing it up for you guys, because I don't want us to fall for that trap. When you're at the top, the only way rivals can get you is to bring you back down to their level, and we don't want to be brought back to that level. We want to stay at the top and be consistently at the top. I'd rather have a team that's not complete. Why? And you could ask why you're saying that. Because we still got time to improve. If we're doing this right now, winning every game, and we're still top, the only team with 100% at the moment, and we could still improve on top of that, that'd be frightening, guys. That's lethal, man. You know what I mean? We're already doing well with that, playing well. Imagine when we play well, and Isak is the striker, how much levels we will go up. Nobody can touch you. You know what I mean? So look forward to that, guys. Look forward to that. So the reason I bring these videos up in regards to people criticizing our team, a lot of Liverpool fans, unfortunately, listen to these people. And when they listen to these people, they use this ammunition against our own players. And we shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? That's why I bring these things up and try to give you guys, be cautious. You know what I mean? Just be careful when you're listening to these people. I don't want you guys to fall for the trap. There's a trap to be set here from Man United fans, Chelsea fans, Man City fans, and Arsenal fans. Those are our rivals now. Tottenham, you could say, Tottenham is Tottenham, innit? Spursy, innit? Yeah, so they're going to set you guys a trap, and they want you to fall for it, to criticize your players, so your players can hear you when you criticize them, and then they're going to, perform in a different way on the pitch. And that's what we don't do in Liverpool Football Club. What we do is we support our own, and we make sure, they come through games, with flying colors. Even when they struggle with games, what do Liverpool fans do? They start singing, they start, booing opponents, start, making our players play, in a different, in a higher quality, if you could say that, in a higher, in a way that makes them look around the stadium. Oh man, even we're playing badly, these fans are still behind me, man. What is going on? I've never seen anything like this. And then it elevates their game to another level because of your support, because of what you do. These players join Liverpool Football Club. It's not because of money. It's not because of Arne Slot. It is in a sort of way, but it's mainly because of the club as a whole, the way we are. There's no other club like Liverpool, guys. The way we support our players, even when they're playing badly. Come on, guys. We supported Darwin Núñez for 3 years. Not me, but half of, when it became 2 years and a half, I gave up in it. But majority of you guys, I go to Anfield. So I hear you guys always do Núñez and all that stuff, and supporting him, even when he couldn't even do what you wanted him to do. Still gave him that opportunity to still shine. This is the type of fans that we have. These are why players come to Liverpool. They look from the outside. They look at your games, and they see these fans always supporting their team, even when the players are not performing to the levels that they should. You know what I mean? So when you give support like that to players will give you the extra on the pitch. I'm playing shit today, but I have to give it more because of the way these people are supporting me. That's what works. It works, people. Last season, we wasn't even contenders. Some people didn't even put us in the top 5 in the beginning of the season, as I remember. But we won the league because of you, because of the fan base, because of how we supported our football club. When we're down, the fans get us back up. That's what we're all about. And that's why players always come to Liverpool. Look, when we win Champions Leagues and championships, what happens? Everyone is together. I mean, we're in front of the crowd, always, like this, singing "You Never Walk Alone." Every player wants to be part of that, man. And it's because of you. Van Dijk's still here because of you. Alisson's still here because of you. Salah's still here because of you. Money's been thrown at these guys. Salah, £1 million a week in Saudi, still here. Van Dijk, Real Madrid, Barcelona at their best. All these teams were chasing him. Still here. Alisson chose Liverpool over Real Madrid and Chelsea. Those two teams wanted him, but he chose Liverpool over that. And he's still here. So don't ever underestimate your contribution as a fan base, because you guys do a lot. You guys do a lot of damage to other teams because of the way you behave. And us listening to these rivals who are trying to bring us down, it's not the way to do it, guys. I'm telling you, man. I don't know from experience. I've watched Liverpool most of my life, so I know from experience what they try to do to me and all that stuff. So that's why I'm trying to wake you guys up, man. I see Liverpool fans in these channels in the chat, saying good things about these people that's saying bad things about our football club. So I need to wake you guys up, man. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Just don't fall for the trap, man, because they're setting up a trap for us to come back from, being the best team in the country at the moment. Football is played by everyone. Respect diversity, of course, bro. Of course, man. Multicultural, of course. Multicultural, sorry. And bias and yes, bro. Can't see that. Nepotism and racism. Yes, man. All this stuff. Yes, you have to end it, bro. You can't have a go at people because of their skin color and all that stuff, and what religion they are and all that. I don't come in here and say things about other people's beliefs and all that stuff. So it's each to their own, innit, bro. We shouldn't be, talking about things like that. You know what I mean? So political stuff and racism, all that stuff, has to be, has to be stopped. Of course, a guy got shot in the neck the other day, a few days ago, for his beliefs. I mean, what is going on with the world? What is going on? We're having marches in the West End with this Tommy Robinson guy who's already telling you in life, his name is Stephen Lennon, not Tommy Robinson. He's already giving you a heads up, like he's not a real person. He's already telling you he's an actor while using a different name, and you guys are believing what he's saying. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. And then you get these people talking about, religion and all that stuff. We respect everybody, man. I mean, and all this stuff, like we're disrespecting each other. It's not the way, man. It's not the way. Yeah, big up Mr. Irishman. Big up, my guy. I hope you're okay, my brother. Yeah, I'm not all about that stuff, guys. I'm a Muslim and I stand by, alhamdulillah, I stand by my beliefs, but I respect other people's beliefs. You know what I mean? So it's each to their own. Big up Anfield, Brian, of course. Let me just go around. Let me see what's going on. 100% they are. Yeah, training this morning. Okay. Okay, bro. Big up with that one. Atletico Madrid will be dirty. Maybe. It's Simeone, innit? It is Simeone at the end of the day, bro. So, yeah, physical, falling over, defensive, dark, art tactics, yeah, with Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. Yeah, listen, that's the way they play. But they've been struggling lately. So, we just have to take advantage of that. Maybe be more aggressive in the game, if you know what I mean, and make sure there's no spaces for them to cause any damage as well. That's what we've got to do in this game. LFC needs to break them down. Don't concede and get the goal. Yeah, because if we concede the goal obviously in the game, it'd be difficult to open them up because they are a very defensive team. Abdul, you're 100% right, bro. You're 100% right. It's amusing watching Arsenal fans telling us how to win trophies. It's weird, bro. It's very strange in my opinion. I do laugh about it, you know what I mean? Because they don't know how to win trophies. So You're telling another team that wins trophies how to behave. Listen, it's a rivalry thing. They know who's boss, but they're doing their bit to bring you down as a football club. That's what they're doing. I mean, Mr. Bat, that's what they do. But it's understandable. Big up everybody in the chat, man. Big up, of course, Footy Reacts, True Don, Irishman, everybody, man. Big up my guys. LFC for life. Red for life. Clive. Yeah, thanks for tuning on, man. I'm always here at 10 in the morning, isn't it? It's my regular thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so let's get back to this, see what he's saying, because, you know, these people listen to them, unfortunately. I mean, they're trying to use their ammunition towards us, and we fall for it.
You took off your big summer signing to try to get a goal. To me, that is taking a player, that's hooking a player to bring in another player to try to get a goal. As much as you Liverpool fans want to say he wasn't hooked, he was hooked because he was not capable of helping the team at that point to get the goal.
You know what is it,
He needed other players. This is semantics. We're fighting over the argument of the word.
No. But the words
I think I'm being very fair. It's been 4 games. I've watched every single one of those games, and I think he's only shown glimpses for one half versus Arsenal, and the rest of the time he's been quite poor, broadged off the ball quite easily. And I don't think it's unrealistic to say Florian Wirtz has not shown anything to Liverpool yet, or glimpses yet, to say, hey.
Funny how
but he can turn it around.
It's funny, guys, like, is the way he talks about, you know, Florian Wirtz. But when people mention Odegaard to him, look at the defense he has for him. When Odegaard doesn't perform, he doesn't do much in the games. From what we can see, by the way, look at the way he goes into the defensive mode. The way he defends Odegaard consistently, when Odegaard doesn't do much in games as well. So it's weird the way he's talking about Florian Wirtz, but the way he defends Odegaard. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, balance it out, man. Balance it out. Look what they're doing.
It's just right now, it is a fair assessment to say he needs to do better.
So he does need to do better. The thing is that the language we use is important, right? Because there's certain connotations. When you use the word hooked rather than substituted, you're trying to elicit a certain emotion. And you know when you say, "Oh, hooked," and what do they say? Hook, stinker and hooked, or something like that, right? That's what people say. People say that because they're trying to be balanced, but they're trying to have a dig. And I get it.
Come on, Rax. Come on, keep going, Rax, bro. He's a good guy, Rax. My neighbor, by the way.
Has he been? Had I hoped for more from Florian Wirtz? Yes. I think he had a good second half performance against Arsenal. I think his second half against Bournemouth was decent. And he had shown glimpses again. His first half against Crystal Palace in Charity Shield, I think he was good. He was the best player in Germany for the last 2 seasons. So I think it's difficult to say that this guy is not world class or has world class potential.
I think we got that slightly wrong. He is the best player in Germany. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't win it last season. It was Harry Kane that won it last season. So I made a slap boo-boo there before when I said that he's the best player in Germany twice. He wasn't. It was the season before that. So let's get that right. But if you're talking about overall, of course, Florian Wirtz's performances for Leverkusen is just off the scale.
Because, he's the best player in Germany, right? But there may be a period of acclimatization. Maybe I was being unrealistic in my expectation. I thought that he would adapt more quickly. There has been a lot of change around him. There's been a lot of change to the front line. I would be a lie if I said I didn't expect more from him. But I'm not going to be overly critical of him because we signed him for 5 or 6 years. We haven't signed him for 2 or 3 games. So I don't have any doubt that he will eventually show his quality. I really hope that it's not going to take a year for him to adapt, because that will curtail our expectations for this season. I think we definitely need him for the business end of the season, so he will have a bedding in period. But the thing is, it's easier when you're getting the results.
Jay,
people will be more critical if we're not getting the results and he's also not performing well.
I was gonna bring Jay into it, but before I do that, we're gonna speak about Salah after you're done. Go ahead, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, all good, man. I was Liverpool did it again. I don't think they were very good. But they did it again. Late goal. Salah was very bad actually, but Verts.
we got to be careful with Salah, guys. You know what I mean? Emotionally, he's distraught. You know what I mean? The Jota thing has affected him. I remember when it happened, and he was talking about. I think he wrote something on Twitter. Salah, this is. He said something along the lines, "I'm scared to come back to football because of what happened to Jota." And ever since then, you could see Salah's behavior on the pitch isn't what we know of Salah, if you know what I mean. So, listen, Salah is not playing well. Florian Wirtz is not playing to the standards that many people want him to. Gakpo's the same as well. He's not playing really well. You look at McAllister. I don't think he's up to the standards that we've seen him in the past seasons. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch have pulled their weight. If it wasn't for Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, and Alisson and Konate at times, would we be at the top? No. I think those players, like what they say, there's an old saying, the spine of the team is what can win you titles and games and all that stuff. So the spine of the team is pulling their weight, you know what I mean? And sometimes when players don't perform, other players are going to perform. And Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Alisson, Van Dijk, sometimes obviously the other centre-back, which is Konate, when they perform and the other players are not performing, it helps the team, and that's what's happened to us. That's why we got 100% in the points and all that stuff. So there will be time. There will be a time when the rest of the players start performing, and that's the scariest part of Liverpool. If we're doing this right now and still winning games, consistently. Imagine when the other players, start performing to the levels these people are talking about. I got a Tottenham fan and I got an Arsenal fan talking about my football players. You know what I mean? That says a lot. And they're watching us. They're so focused from what I've seen is watching Liverpool continuously. You know what I mean? They miss their games when the game is on at the same time just to watch Liverpool. Because if you have that much judgment of Liverpool, that means you're missing your games when the games are at the same time to watch Liverpool instead of Arsenal or Tottenham. So listen, when these players start performing at a higher level, it's frightening. It's curtains for the Premier League. Let me just put it that way, because it's only a matter of time before Salah becomes Salah again, and Florian Wirtz becomes Florian Wirtz that we want him to be. And Ekitike obviously dropped off recently in a couple of games. He scored in the Arsenal game, but it was disallowed, understandably. When these guys. And you got Isak coming on top of that. They're doing this without Isak, by the way. And Isak was the best number 9 last season in the Premier League after Salah. So we've got the two best strikers in the Premier League. We can't call Salah a striker because he's really a winger. But do you know what I mean? Like when these guys start clicking, and even Salah after the game talked about Isak. He can't wait for Isak. He said he can't wait for him when he comes and plays up front. If we're doing this, with that, the abilities and players availability, imagine when everything clicks. Like, it's a scary team, guys. This is what they're afraid of. They don't want to admit it, but this is the true reality. They are afraid of what's to come from Liverpool. So just put your feet up, guys. Watch this space, man, because when things click, oh man, rest of the Premier League will be crying, man. Let me just put it that way.
I was listening to the conversation. I was a big Florian Wirtz fan. I say was past tense. I'm not jumping off the train, but I will say that when people talk about being Prem proven or doing it in the Premier League, it's not to say that people who are coming into the league aren't good. It's to say that these players can turn up and put in big performances. I think for me, Wirtz has he's not got into it. He's not shown us the levels. I think for 100 million plus, I think you're entitled to expect day one output. It's a lot of the reason that people were.
But I missed.
Like,
Basically, just to get you caught up, we were speaking with Rack, and we're on to the case of Florian Wirtz. 4 games, no production yet. And
Where is Rack?
he's here. He just went off screen. He's probably making tea. But yeah,
he's probably getting a fitted. He's probably going to put on a fitted shirt. All right.
But Jay's jumped off the Wirtz bandwagon pretty much.
no, yeah. My point is like it's not just people can say it's not just about why is it just about output? Well, I mean, Curtis Jones.
You know it's curtains, isn't it? When a Tottenham fan and an Arsenal fans are agreeing with each other. You know what I mean? We've got a Tottenham fan judging a Liverpool player. Judge your own players. You know what I mean? Like, who's performed for your club? I mean, you have to defend Johnson and, you know, Richarlison's and, you know, all these players at your football club. And Solanke, who was at Liverpool at one stage that got sold from Liverpool. These are your players, man. And you're judging on Liverpool players when you have players like that. Oh, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy when I'm hearing this. Arsenal fan, Man City fan, and a Tottenham fan having like agreements. Says a lot, innit? Says a lot, people.
Can help you link the play. Curtis Jones can help you. You know what I mean? Like, it's you're not paying that much money for that skill set. You have players that can do that. So,
bro, he hasn't even shown glimpses in 3 games.
It's there's different things.
Nick, have you seen what people are doing now? Like they're copying what we're doing, bro. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for years, by the way. It's not the first time I did this stuff. But, you know, I see different streamers doing what we're doing now. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's madness. It's weird. It's very strange. It's good to see, though, isn't it? It's good to see something you set up. I did this years ago, innit? So it's nothing new to me, but I see what you do. So a lot of our fans are doing something similar, Nick. I like it. I like it, man. You know, at some stage you get criticized for what you do and all that stuff, but all of a sudden these people are doing the same thing, bro. Think about it, mate. So you've been doing the right thing all along.
There's strength, there's timing, there's pace, there's energy. Like, I don't think, if you look at across the 4 games, I don't think he's shown in any way, shape, or form the player that he was before. So I think you can easily say, okay, he'll improve, he'll get better. But you can also judge it and be like, it's been 4 games and they've not been good games. He's had a few moments, but like, it's not really clicking for him at the moment.
It's funny, isn't it, guys? Like, you're judging a player on 4 games. If your son was playing and a football club judged him within 4 games and said he's shit, get him out, we don't want him no more, how would you feel as a dad? You know what I mean? I'm talking about this guy who's speaking. I don't know his name. How would he feel like? And you know, in your heart of hearts, your son is a very good player without, you know, favoring him in a certain way. And they judge him on 4 games. How would you feel as a father? Of course, you'll be mad about it. But if you're like, these are people we listen to. Don't forget, guys, and they're judging players on 4 games. These are the people that actually, you know, people subscribe to, that have a lot of subscribers, that have, you know, a lot of opinions into football from, you know, the social media side of things, and they're judging players on 4 games and telling you he's not good enough after 4 games. I judge a player on his ability. I judge a player what he did in the game before as well, to see what he could do for my football club. And I'm not going to judge them if I already know the player is a good player. I'm not going to judge him in 4 games in a league where any player can struggle in. I mean, I've seen players in the past struggle in this league and come back even better. I mean, so we already know what qualities Florian Wirtz brings, and we know where he can go from here at age of 22, by the way, not 26. He's not in his prime. He's not even in the peak of his powers. Only 22, just a child. A child that's never seen the Premier League before, never played in the Premier League before, by the way. And you want him to come into the Premier League playing like an experienced player, and you're judging him like that? I'm done. I can't listen to these people anymore. Seriously, guys, like that is a joke. Absolute joke. And we sit here week in and week out listening to these people who are judging youngsters on 4 games. And this is their first time in the Premier League. Wow. Has football become like that? Is this what we watch nowadays? I knew I wasn't wrong about it. I knew when I had that judgment, and I told you guys for the last 3 to 4 years, like, I don't watch football outside Liverpool anymore because I don't enjoy it anymore. Because the people we're passing the bat to, the fans and all that stuff, don't think like footballing fans anymore. It's like a show business now. We've fallen for that trap of show business. Talk shit just to get clicks and likes for you to be at the top. That's what it is. They're judging Florian Wirtz, 22 years old, first time in the Premier League, on 4 games. 4 games, man. 4 freaking games. 4. Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Facts.
And he's also not playing well. Yeah, so he's not playing well within himself, and he's not really helping the team to a huge level, whilst he's not killing the team. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's not the reason why Liverpool's performances aren't really, really high at moments, but he's also not helping the team. He's not showing any X factor. He's not. So it's not a coincidence in a couple of games when they're looking for a goal, he's coming off. Yeah, they're saying, okay, I think our best chances of getting a goal in this moment are without you on the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's or with this other player on the pitch instead of you. You know?
Trust me. Listen, this is uncomfortable. And
it's crazy, man. Let me get to the comments, man. I don't want to be rude. You know what I mean? Thank you for it. Listen, you guys being on and helping me out in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Love for that, man. Thank you for showing me the support, man. Honestly. Thank you very much. I like it. Really like that. That's what I come on for, guys. No agenda here, nothing like that. Just come on here speaking about football. Yes, Nick, I know what you mean, bro. For years. Yeah, bro. I've been here since 2019, bro. I know exactly what you're saying, man. I was called out for it years ago. LOL. There you go. There you go, my guy. What are you saying? People watching highlights at most. Yes, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Exactly. Highlights does not show you the full game, like what the player does in a full game. Sorry, even watching a live game doesn't show you the full all-round game of certain players, because the live game shows you is following the ball. But if you go to the stadium and watch the games, it opens your eyes to a lot of things. It's like when me and Uncle Rods went to the Lille Champions League game last season. We was watching Darwin Núñez constantly, looking at him. What's the problem with Darwin Núñez? Why isn't he performing, as we want him to perform? What we realized in that game is he's making the runs. He's making the movements that you want him to do. But the thing was, and Uncle Rods could actually vouch for me in that, the players weren't passing the ball to him, guys. The players have lost hope in Darwin Núñez. And that's how we realized why he's not getting the chances that he used to get before, because the players have lost all hope in him. Because each time they give him the ball, he's either offside or he's either going to miss that chance. So what the players do is they avoid him. And they purposely avoid him. They could see him. They could give him the ball to go through. Like, let me give you an example here. Let me show you. I got my tactical board. We'll get back to that. So say Darwin Núñez is here. Let me show you. Because me and Uncle Ross came back after the game. We met after the game and we said the same thing. Why did they pass the ball to Darwin Núñez? So Isak says Darwin Núñez, whatever. Thank God he's not, by the way. So say, let me put the Atletico Madrid team here as well. I need a different color for Atletico Madrid. What color are they, man? Something blue in it. There must be something else, man. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, guys, this is my tactical side. That's what I do now. I've been doing it for a long time, but don't forget that. Anyway. So say Darwin Núñez is here. I don't know who the center backs are in this team. Let's just put this guy here. This is what we saw, yeah. He was here near the halfway line, say 2 center backs right there, and there's a gap in between the defense right there. Damn it, where is it? Yeah. So there's a gap here. Yeah. And all the, I don't know what the hell happened there. Sorry about that, guys. All the Liverpool players had to do, like Szoboszlai and all that stuff, is put the ball through that gap here, yeah? Sorry, I don't know what is going on here, man. All right, here we go. There's the gap here. So all they had to do is put the ball in that gap. Instead of like passing to Darwin, who could have ran onto the ball, more likely going to miss the chance, isn't it? Instead of like hitting the goal, he'll miss the chance. That's how these players already prejudge him anyway. Instead of doing that, they kept on passing the ball to Salah or on the other side or back. They never gave him the ball in that space, purposely, by the way. I've seen players looking at him. Remember the Southampton game away when we came back from behind? I think it was 2-1 down or something, and we beat them 3-2. There was a point where Szoboszlai was through and Darwin Núñez was free to go through on goal. And he decided to pass to the left side instead of like passing to Darwin Núñez, who could have been through on goal one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That was happening too much in that Lille game for me, like to, to be convinced they trusted him as a player. They didn't, guys. They were purposely not passing to Darwin continuously in that game. He was free like this a lot of times, could have went through on goal and probably had an opportunity to score, but no, they avoided him. The ball was going there or here or back or right back, left back. That's how the ball was going in that game. I'm telling you guys. And Uncle Ross, I didn't even need to tell him. He told me straight away after the game, why did they pass to him, man? Why are they avoiding him? Because the players don't trust him. The players did not trust him at all. It happens, man. These things happen. But now they got a striker that can do that, man. That's the most important thing. Yeah, but let's get back to what they're saying. See how that always ended, and then we go back to the Atletico game, because I don't know who their players are. I don't know who's going to play where. If you're saying 2 players are fit and Alvarez is not going to play, who's the striker? If you know what I mean. So we'll check it out.
I myself, I don't like speaking of a rival without the rival really being present. Like in a case like this, like it would be great to actually not only hear Rax's reaction to this, but see it. Because you can see when the information, like what Jay was just spitting, you can see when it's kind of getting under the skin of the rival, where things that are being said are ringing true. It's unfortunate we can't see that of Rax right now, but I'm going to say this. Liverpool and their fan base, they don't get a bly with how Verts is talked about. Everybody, and we did this even before Verts came to Liverpool. We said, okay, you're going to be judged and you got to hit the ground running, because that was
you see, that's a foreigner's take. You know what I mean? That's how I listen. I don't want to say, I'm not here to criticize Americans and Canadians and all this stuff. Like the way he's talking, you got to get things running. I saw him yesterday in Husam's channel. I'm sure you did, Nick, as well, talking about Doku, who's been, how many years has he been at Man City? Defending Doku. So he's saying you got to get things, the ground running and all this stuff. You've been defending Doku for 2 years, bro. I mean, like I swear I saw him in Husam's channel the other day defending Doku. So I don't know what he's saying. I don't know where he's coming from now. Saying you got to get things right, like the ground running. What are you talking about, bro? Doku's been here for a couple of years now. Still not. You're praising one performance out of 20. Come on, man. That's crazy. But yeah, 100% what you said there, my guy. In regards to the highlights, that's what they watch. That is what they watch, and they judge players on highlights. Like I said, there's a difference watching a live game, watching highlights, and watching the game live when you're in the stadium. There's 3 different things there, guys. And I advise people, go and watch the games in the stadium. It will open your eyes to a lot of stuff, as it did for me and Uncle Rod's. players were purposely not passing to Darwin Núñez. That's what we saw in the stadium that day, and he could vouch for me if you're saying I'm wrong. 100%, man, 100%. Big up Footy Reacts. Please subscribe to my younger brother there. Doing any US Champions League watch alongs. Yeah, listen, I'm here. I'm free, bro. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm back on that fan reaction, bro. I'm back. They're supporting me again. I'm one of the old ones on there, man. I used to be on there before, so I'm back on the fan reaction for what I saw the other day. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it. It's a lot of factors. New signings, international break. Yes, 100%. Fitness levels. Fitness levels. It's take a few more weeks before we see the team. Can't even see that. Let me say that. Oh, team purring. Yeah. You're spot on, bro. You're spot on. Yeah, I think like say about 8, 9 games, 10 probably max, you see a different team. I think as soon as Isak gets things running, I think we're gonna see a different Liverpool team. I honestly think that, because the striker, don't get me wrong, Ekitike has been phenomenal. I can't really, say anything bad about Ekitike. He's done a brilliant job up there. I think, Ekitike is 23 years old, guys. There's still room for improvement. I think he's got to work on his physique. You know what I mean? He's got to get bigger than what he is, guys. Like, I'm not here to judge. Look at me. I'm not that big either, but I'm not a footballer. You know what I mean? So he needs to work on his physical side. He needs to like put on some muscles and all that stuff, as Trent did as years gone on. You know what I mean? So this is what he needs to do as a footballer. Because sometimes when I look at Ekitike, he hasn't experienced the physicality of the Premier League before. Sometimes he gets pushed over too easily, and that's what we don't want to see. So if he puts on a bit of a muscle and all that stuff, I think he won't be pushed as much as what he's been in the last couple of games, especially. So yeah, Ekitike's got to work on that. But Isak is a complete striker. He's 26 years old, I think now. So he's already done it. He's been there, done that. It physically might not look to you, like he's, up for it. But if you watch him last season, the seasons before, he's a threat to every defender. Man City defenders, especially Arsenal defenders. Arsenal defenders actually say no one gave them more problems than Isak. So there you go. And that's how much of a threat Isak is. So when he comes into the team, I think a lot of pressure will be taken away from a lot of players, which will open up spaces for those players to score goals and all that stuff. Because even the other day against Burnley, I saw Salah getting 2 players on him on a consistent basis. So when Isak is there, those 2 players ain't going to be there with Salah a lot. 1-on-1 probably at best. So wait and see, guys. Yeah. But yeah, continue watching this. I'll be back in a second, guys. I have to open the door.
Same allowance that was given to a Caicedo. That was the same allowance given to a Fernandez. That was the same allowance, not even to the same price tag, but that was talked about with Haaland. So I'm going to throw this out because, Igal, you know how it is. Over here at CIA, we hit them with the intelligent talk, right? Over when we talk ball, including Jay and Igal, we got to talk intelligently. Now, this is the thing. I heard, and I got to keep it consistent and balanced. I heard that we acquired Haaland for the Champions League. We were already winning the Prem. We were already successful. We went out and got this talent to take it to the next level. Now, surely Wirtz was not acquired for them just to win the Prem. They already proved that they could win the Prem with the players that they have, with the squad that they had prior. Wirtz is acquired to take them to a...
One second, guys. Let me come back to this. I need to see what he's saying. Sorry, guys. People are busy. I'm at home alone. I'm like Macaulay Culkin at the moment. I have to, open the door for the postman. Ooh. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's get back to what they're saying. I want to hear what Vader is saying because, he does do some weird takes. Where was it when he entered?
Or with this other player.
But see it, because you can see when the information, like what Jay was just spitting, you can see when it's kind of getting under the skin of the rival, where things that are being said are ringing true. It's unfortunate we can't see that of Brax right now, but I'm going to say this. Liverpool and their fan base, they don't get a bly with how Wirtz is talked about. Everybody, and we did this even before Wirtz came to Liverpool. We said, you're going to be judged, and you got to hit the ground running, because that was the same allowance that was given to a Caicedo. That was the same allowance given to a Fernandez. That was the same allowance, not even to the same price tag, but that was talked about with Haaland. So I'm going to throw this out, because, Igal, you know how it is. You know how it is. Over here at CIA, we hit them with the intelligent talk, right? When we talk ball, including Jay and Igal, we got to talk intelligently. Now, this is the thing. I heard, and I got to keep it consistent and balanced. I heard that we acquired Haaland for the Champions League. We were already winning the Prem. We were already successful. We went out and got this talent to take it to the next level. Now, surely Wirtz was not acquired for them just to win the Prem. They already proved that they could win the Prem with the players that they have, with the squad that they had prior. Wirtz is acquired to take them to another level, and he's not doing that. So the criticism and the judgment is fair.
But the one thing I'd say there on that is, and that Liverpool fans underestimate, and when I was coming into the season, I thought it was something we should mention, is that Liverpool had arguably the best midfield in the league last season. They had the best balance, Sobo, McAllister, Gravenberch. It worked. So you're trying to improve something that helped you win the league. So it's already like you're already at a very high level. So as soon as you take things out of that, levels are going to drop. Sobo's been excellent this season wherever he's played, and I think sometimes you look at it and you say, if it wasn't for the transfer fee, you'd probably be reverting back to the last season's midfield. Yeah, you probably would, like, based on pure performance. You want to play Wirtz into the game. He hasn't been absolutely woeful, but he's just not shown the levels. So based on pure, like, if it wasn't for like Frimpong being injured, like Sobo would deserve to start.
Yeah,
Wirtz probably.
Jay, I want to stay on that point. Because again, when we look at things, and we got to be observant, and anyone challenged for the league or defending the league have to be under the same pressure, right? We as rivals need to apply this pressure and ask these questions.
But you know something? City, because they would win the league, when they bring in a player who doesn't perform well for the first season, Pep excuse where his first season is difficult for a player, he always gets that first year bly. So Liverpool right now, even though we don't like it, because they won the league last year, they get the bly because of how.
This is where we got to be consistent.
I do think a big portion of the media will not stick it on Liverpool for Florian Wirtz because of the fact that they won the league last year and they're Premier League champions.
But the big portion of the media.
Now, if it comes to the end of the season and they're not Premier League champions again, and Florian Wirtz continues to perform like this, then we'll see more and more stick. Yeah, I do think because you're the current Premier League holders, you do get a little bit. I do see the Premier League holders tend to get a little bit less criticism from the masses.
Hold on, but Igal, and I'll let Beta carry on this point, is that I think that if it's not, like, obviously we expect Wirtz to improve, and it's not that they're carrying him. I don't think Liverpool are carrying Wirtz. He's just not moving the needle for them. Yeah,
no, but regardless.
So I think Liverpool are fine with.
You know what people don't bring up a lot here. They've, to me, when I listen to these people, Vader is a wind-up merchant, and he just talks absolute garbage. Let's be honest. There, I know the guy. He's been on this channel before. He just talks nonsense. And I mean, it's a outsider's take on football. Sometimes I call them. No offense to anybody, you know what I mean. But we've got a special way over here, you know what I mean, to think about football. He just comes in with a stupid, statements. Like I said yesterday, I saw him in Husam's channel defending Doku for the last 2 years, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, Doku turns up against Man United. He's the best thing since sliced bread, you know what I mean? So it's crazy the way they talk about, a player that just played 4 games to a player that's been here for a couple of seasons. So that shows that he's talking about football intelligence. Then you haven't got football intelligence if you're talking about football in both ways. You talk about Doku's been there for a couple of years, and then a guy who just played 4 games from a different league. So yeah, this is not intelligent talk. So you got to put that intelligent bit out. I don't know why people bring up intelligent conversations in football when it's just a football game. I mean, it's how you see it, how you deliver. So it's weird when I hear him talk sometimes, and his takes are just weird. It's very strange. I don't know who said about Haaland. He's here for Champions League. I never said that. I thought he's here for Man City to replace Aguero. That's what I thought he's here for. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't ever paint everybody and under the same brush, as I say, because you know we all have different takes in football, and this is just a silly way of him talking about Florian Wirtz, hit the ground running and all this stuff. What the hell are you talking about, bro? I mean, and then you talk about the other guy in a different way. It's strange, very cringe as well. These players and our fan base know we want more from the team, but it's a learning curve and it takes time to play together. We have a new players that come in and time to gel. Yeah, spot on. That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought this comment, of course, because I don't think people understand, like, in regards to teams, when they try to change in a certain way for the better, it doesn't really happen straight away. I said it to you in the previous streams, like, I'd rather make mistakes with players, performances and all that stuff, still get the wing running, still get the wins. Now you got me that running thing. Still get the wins now. In the beginning of the season, you can make mistakes in the beginning of the season, but we're making mistakes, but we're still winning. That's the sign of the champions. That's what champions do, if you know what I mean. So that's important. Make mistakes in the beginning of the season, but when it comes to the time, you need the players to start performing. And what I've seen of Arne Slot do during last season, he chose the consistent players over the players that don't perform consistently in the first team. That's what he did. That's how we won the league. Because in another season, and another manager, he would have still played the likes of, you know, Darwin and all these guys to prove us wrong. They can play in this team. They can score goals. They can create. And then it will sacrifice the winning of the league or cups or whatever you want to go about it. So that's what I've noticed with Arne Slot. He's willing to do this stuff in the beginning of the season, but there will be a certain point of the season, if these players are still not performing into the levels that he wants them to perform, he will bench them and bring them off the bench to change games. So keep an eye on that with Arne Slot. He does that a lot. And prime example of it is Kirkes in the first half. Got a yellow card before diving, started fouling, giving free kicks away. Another one could have got him a red card, took him out and brought in Robertson. And Robertson changed the game for the better. So just look at it that way, guys. You know what I mean? And I'm a firm believer of the way Arne Slot works. I like that. I like the ruthless side of the game, because at the end of the day, guys, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, did it? As a head coach, the decisions you make keeps you in the job and gets you out the job. So I like the way our head coach works. And like I said, make the mistakes in the beginning of the season because you've got enough time to recover from those mistakes. But if you're going to make them in the last 15 games, 20 games of the season, then you're going to have a lot of problem. You're going to lose a lot of points, which in turn makes the rivals catch you up or to overtake you. And that's what we don't want. Yeah, but let's just listen what they're saying. Let me just read out what's happening over here. See what's everybody. Yeah, big up, Nick, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know it best. You know how it is. You live next to Rack? Yeah, yeah. We found that. We was in a stream together, Judge Mo. We realized we're from the same area, man. Over 30 years, man. Crazy. I didn't even know he was from my area. Crazy. You see the things you see behind him? That's my area, man. Madness. Absolute madness. Does Wirtz need to deliver more? Sure, but Slot knows better than us and will manage him as needed. Not to worry one bit. Yeah, spot on, Mr. Bat. Spot on, my guy. 116 miles. So 116 mil. He's gonna get heavy. Oh God. No different than profiles. Casado. What are you saying, Mr. Bat? My opinion is don't even give airtime to morons like that freak from Arsenal fan base. He doesn't know football to begin with. Forget anything about his own club or other clubs. It's just unfortunately, bro, there's a lot of people that listen to these people, so I have to bring that up and make you understand, make our fan base understand. Criticizing our players doesn't help our football club. It makes it worse. So if we're listening to these people who are trying to bring us down as a football club, and to their advantage, yeah, we gotta like make people aware. That's what I do it here for. That's why I do these things. Gotta make people aware, bro.
Them winning and like feeling he'll come good. But I think the thing is the team, the success of the team is not going to be based fully on Verts. Do you know what I mean? He's going to contribute. He's going to contribute to the success. So because of that, I think yes, we're going to criticize him as a £100 million player, but Liverpool will look at his success as a signing as to whether or not they win trophies. They won't be as concerned about the GA and the individual moments as we will. They're just going to see, okay, if this guy helps us win leagues, he's worth the money we spend. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but what I wanted to chime in, Jay and Igal, I hear you with regards to the end of the season talk, but that didn't change the criticism or evaluation or monitoring as the season went on. So the only thing, the reason why I'm not saying it's not apples to apples, because, and you're forgetting, even with regards to the criticism with Rights, it's a record signing. Well, there was crazy criticism with Jack Grealish.
Record signing? Record signing? Who's that record signing? It ain't Florian Wirtz, mate. There you go, people. But let him continue.
But not so much of other players that don't quite have that same price tag. This is a record signing in Wirtz. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to get better, but until he gets better, he deserves all of this criticism and all of this pressure. And on top of that,
funny that, isn't it? If you look at Man City fans, included him, when Florian Wirtz was available, many of them were saying he's going to Man City, right? When he arrived in England with his parents, obviously who are representing him, they said he's on the way to Man City to talk to them. But it wasn't going to Man City. He was going to Liverpool all along. So it's jealousy, guys. It's absolute jealousy. Because if you look at the Man City fan base, I did put an actual stream. It was shorts. I'm sure it was a shorts video or something like that. And we was watching the Man City fans talk about De Bruyne's replacement. 98% of their fan base were saying Florian Wirtz, including him. I'm sure I saw him put Florian Wirtz to City on Twitter or something like that. So they all wanted him. So now they don't have him. This is the way they're behaving. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that, but let them continue. Let them dig the hole. You know what I'm saying? Let them dig the hole. There you go.
What I found interesting, what Jay said, when you have this amount of investment in terms of certain players, there is pressure on playing them. Now, when I said I'm curious to see how Liverpool adjusts and how this and how Arnie deals with things, because how is he going to deal with the pressure of playing this player with this records transfer or not? And how is he going to manage the egos? That's something that is very challenging to do. And I'm sitting back, but I got.
He's talking about egos. Okay, we've had egos from the moment Arne Slot arrived, and what happened? He won the league. So, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what is going on here? Like, are we sitting here listening to these people continuously with this nonsense talk? Like, what is going on here? Like, he's just won the league with egos in the team. There can't be any bigger egos than Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah, McAllister's, Trent at the time, Konate's. The list goes on. So what are you talking about? Even we had Darwin making Twitter stuff at the time as well, crying about not playing. What are you talking about, bro? He just won the league with egos. He just bought younger players than those egos. Egos is when you when you made it at the top, when you're one of the best, when you're a world-class player. That's when you got egos, the biggest egos. And he's done the impossible, which is winning the league with the team. You guys, everybody said that's going to finish probably outside the top 4. So what are you talking about, bro? I know your game. I know your game, man. Don't try it, man. He needs an assist or a goal to boost his confidence. Yeah, Florian does need something, bro. He's got 0 assists and 0 goals, man. It's true. I agree.
Apply pressure as I'm sitting back and watching it.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below what you thought of that video you just watched.
Yeah, big up, man. Listen, it is what it is with these people. Let them have their moment in the sun, innit? Let them have their moment in the sun. Let me just read the comments before I go on. I spoke to you earlier, mate. These rival fans watch us more than they do their own. Yeah, Scott, big up Scott, by the way, team. The obsession with our team is unreal. Rival fans are hoping Wirtz fails, but we know he will get it right. Don't panic. I don't panic about him, man. I already know that, bro. I just want him not to hide a lot. That's what I want him to do, if you know what I mean. Wirtz, 5 out of 10 at best for me. I gave him 7, bro. I'm not gonna completely dismiss him like he hasn't done nothing and all that stuff. There's room for improvements, bro. There's room for improvements. And I agree. But 5 out of 10 is a bit too harsh in my opinion. So it's my opinion, man. It's my opinion. And if you know what I mean. What you saying, Mr. 40 Reacts? Make sure you mods are on it. What happened to Uncle Rose and Jamie? Oh, okay, that thing there. I'm just going through the comments, bro, as we go along. 40 Reacts says ego is so poor when it comes to talking on other clubs. Yeah, it's like I said, bro. It's funny how he defends his players when they don't win anything, and then it's funny how he talks about another team that wins things. Does that make sense, bro? Like, I mean, he's criticizing Florian Wirtz but defending Odegaard, who has done nothing. You know what I mean? No championship, not even an FA Cup. Forget about FA Cup, not even a League Cup, not even a Community Shield. I don't know if he's won a Community Shield, but I don't care if he did. You live next? Yeah, you live next rack. Okay, goal ratio. What are you saying? If a team plays with 10 men and lose or played bad, would you criticize them? We play with 10 men, so with 10 with Salah on the pitch. Yeah, we do actually. Salah, like I said earlier, guys, it's a lot. He's got problems in it. Something's not right with Salah, but I'm not criticizing anything we do, bro. We're doing what we're supposed to do in the beginning of the season. Sometimes those kind of things come good, like when you get in, 3 or 4 players, new players playing in the first team, and sometimes it just doesn't work to the, according to plan, and that's what's happening to us at the moment. Eventually, it will click, and we'll be having the last laugh. So we need to relax, man. Relax, man. Fozzie, we played with 10 men last season too, before Jota passing. Yeah, I agree. Arsenal are playing with the kind of football. Arsenal are playing the kind of football that would win a quad. Woo! The desperation football, if you ask me. How can you go into the first 3 games, obviously the last game against Liverpool, and go ultra defensive in the first part of the season? That doesn't make any sense, bro. You do that at the end when you're cautious, when you're trying to win a game to get the points to get you over the line for a championship or something, or you're catching up with the top team. Not at the beginning of the season. Show your football. Show what you're all about. They didn't. They got scared. They came to Anfield and played that type of football. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. A lot of factors and new signings, international break over fitness levels. It takes a few minutes. Yeah, I've seen this one already. Sorry about that, bro. Yeah, I will be doing a Champions League watch along. I told you this already. I'm just going through the comments. I don't want to be rude, guys. I mean, you guys made the effort to watch me, so the least I could do is, talk to you guys on there. So I will not criticize team when they played with 10 minutes. All right, bro. All right. As Matthew McConaughey says. I can feel myself losing brain cells listening to the lot after a couple of minutes. Thank God I stay away from those channels worthy of being used for prisoners of war torture. It is what it is, bro. I have to do things like this, bro. It's not only obviously for me, it's for the fan base as well. Because if we don't, let you guys know there's false, information from rival fans that's trying to rile up our fans to get angry at our club, our players, and all that stuff, then we're not doing what we're supposed to do, if you know what I mean. So that's why I always, come on here, give you guys a heads up about certain people who are trying to bring us down, so we, lose patience with our players, and we don't want to do that. Yeah, but big up everybody. So tomorrow's game, before we end it there, but let's see the starting lineup for us. I don't know much about Atletico. I have put their players there. In normal circumstances, I'll put their players in based on the last game. So let's see what happens, and then we could change it up. You guys can help me out with changing it up. So tomorrow's game, what I want is Alisson in goal. I want Bradley to play this game. Frimpong's gradually get back to fitness. I'll put Frimpong if he's fully fit, if you know what I mean, but I won't put him on just for that. So you put Van Dijk here. Konate, of course, has to play, unfortunately, until he signs his contract. I'm going to be pissed off with him. Do we bring Robertson back, or do we keep Kirkes still to improve and all that stuff, guys? What do you think about that one? Do you bring Robertson back, or do you leave Kirkes on? Because Champions League football is different to Premier League, isn't it? It's more calmer football, and tactical football. It's a tactics game, isn't it? It's not like just sit behind the ball at 11 men and all that stuff and then defend for your lives. It's not always about it. I know it's Diego Simeone. I know he plays that type of football, but what do we do as a football club? That's what I want to know. Do we keep this, keep persisting with Kirkes until he can improve and get better, or do we just bring in Robertson straight away? I mean, those are the concepts. For me, I always say keep the players in so they can improve. That's the whole thing for me. And then one day we might change our minds towards the way they play, obviously, on the pitch. So I say keep them on. I love what Robertson did the other day, coming on and changing the game. Love that. What worries me, guys, in regards to the midfield, is, like Gravenberch. Last season, what was the issue? The issue was him playing too many games and his performances decreasing during the season. And that's what we don't want from him this season. I've got a feeling it's going to be the same as last season. He's going to play a lot of games. We're not going to rest him a lot. I think that's what we've got to do. We've got to start resting Gravenberch, man. I need him for this game, but I'm talking about, the next few games, playing McAllister and Soboslai in the middle instead of like playing him there every single time, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't want to tire him out. I want him to play, consistently for Liverpool, and that the only way we could do that is, to rest him as well, so he could have that levels of performances which is high. He's been phenomenal this season already, guys. Some of the movements in midfield this season, out of this world. Absolutely love everything he does, especially against Burnley the other day. The way he maneuvered people, the way he got past people is like the Gravenberch of we saw last season, and even better. I think he's going to get even better this season for what we saw last season. Yeah, but yeah, that's why I said we've got to rest him up. Playing McAllister as a DM, just to rest him up, or many people say Endo. I don't think Endo is the solution. I think McAllister play as a DM is much better for me. because of McAllister's passing ability and his aggression in that midfield as well. So, yeah. So I think this game we should play Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, because I'm sick and tired of seeing Szoboszlai play as a right back now. We saw the other day, came into midfield, taking shots from outside the box. Not enough is done there in our games, in my opinion. So that's why we need, you know, Szoboszlai to play in that midfield, people. And you know, not only the shots from outside the box, it's his creativity, his passing range as well towards the players. So I think them two, because of McAllister's challenge, the challenge he received the other day, I think if he's fit, I think he should be more on the bench, coming on, you know, like 70 minutes, 75 minutes, and, you know, try to change the game if things don't go according to plan. But come on and, you know, change the game in a way. So that's what I think. Salah's going to play. We can't do nothing about that, people. His name is on the, you know, is on the sheet already, as we already know. And he's going to start the game. We know that already. So, but Florian Wirtz, this could be his game, you know. This could be Florian Wirtz's game. Nobody ever thought that, like, you know, Premier League is different to the Champions League. And Florian Wirtz could shine this game because of, you know, it's the Champions League football, different type of football, calmer football. You get plenty of space on the pitch to think before you know, make that pass as well. So this could be Florian Wirtz's game to shine. And I'm a firm believer it could be as well. I'm looking forward to seeing him, you know, do things that he normally does in the other league, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think Ekitike is going to play. I think Isak is going to be on the bench, and he will come on at some stage in this game, hopefully, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, Gakpo on the left. Last season, I think Gakpo was amazing, wasn't he? He was amazing in the Champions League. So, I see him starting in this game. I'm a firm believer, like, he's going to be starting in this game as well, because of his performances. Obviously, in the Champions League last season, he was great. He was absolutely great. Scored some important goals, created some goals as well. With games, I'm hoping he improves as well, because this season, a lot of criticism is coming towards Gakpo because they're missing Diaz, if you know what I mean, guys. Because Diaz used to do the dribbling, taking on players. People, come on the comments, man. I'm here for you guys. Big up, Uncle Rose. I could see you, bro. I could see you. I can see you 6 times. I could see you as well, 77. Big up, my guy. Yeah, so with Gakpo, a lot of criticisms coming down his way because of Diaz leaving. Some people are saying, has the right person left the football club? Because originally, Bayern Munich wanted Gakpo instead of Diaz, and Liverpool refused that and kept Gakpo and sold Diaz. You know, the difference between the two players is Diaz is very direct. He runs at defenders, commits them, takes them on, all that stuff. Gakpo is a different type of, you know, winger. He's more of a one that goes on the byline, crosses it in with the left foot, cuts in, puts it in the far post with his right foot, shoots when he cuts inside as well. He's not a dribbler like Diaz. That's what people are missing. And that dynamic side of dribbling doesn't exist anymore in our football club. And, you know, a lot of blame is coming down Gakpo's way, which is unfair in my opinion. I think he contributed a lot last season in the Champions League and in the Premier League from what I've seen. I think he took a lot of pressure off Salah last season with his 10 goals in the Premier League. I think it was 10 goals, helping us to win the Premier League. I'm not saying Diaz didn't help. Diaz, when he moved into a striker position, I thought he was phenomenal. I was... You know, me and Diaz, people, I used to criticize him a lot. I used to say, outside goal scoring, what do you do, bro? You don't create chances. You don't really impact the game that much. But last season, I thought Diaz was amazing. So, yeah, but I wouldn't give up on Gakpo, guys. Gakpo is a good player. He's a very good player. He gives us that, you know, difference in the team as well. So, this is the team I'll go with. And I said Isak coming off the bench as well. So, this is how Atletico Madrid played the other day, so when they beat Villarreal. So let me give you the lineup with Alvarez in it. We will change it. Don't get me wrong. We will change it. That team. Obviously, he's not going to be in it from what I've heard. So yeah. So this is our one. So let's look at Atletico Madrid. I don't know much about their team, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't look at other leagues. I'm a bad person. Bad person. So yeah, let's look at Atletico Madrid's team. And so of course, All Black is always going to be going in. All Black. This is what Arsenal should have got. If they had All Black in goal, they would have been frightening Arsenal. They've got Rea, great goalkeeper, but he's small. You know what I mean? You concede long range shots more often than All Black would. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. You need big presence as a goalkeeper, and he hasn't got that. So they play 4 at the back from what I've seen. Atletico Madrid. This is what they've done in the last game. The guy I might have made a mistake there. What the heck is that? No. What is it? Yeah, All Black, number 14, number 24. So this is what they play at the back. I was looking at the wrong team. That's how much I know. That's how much I know from that. So this is based on last game. This is what they played. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys. So this is them. The fullback. They don't play Gallagher. Yes, Gallagher, innit? They don't play him a lot anymore for some reason. Don't know why. Their number 8 and number 6 is their midfield. Number 8 and number 6. This guy here and this guy here. And number 20 is their left-sided winger, Simon. I'm wrong. He plays on the other side. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. I don't know their team in it, so I'm trying to find out what they do. So there you go. Number 23. Where is this guy? Is it Gonzalez? 23. I might have made his number, but his number is a mistake. So let me put it that way. Let me get that right. Gonzalez. Is it Gonzalez? Yeah, 23. So let me fix that. Teaching you guys new things, innit? New things, man. Yeah, let's just put him 23. So 23, Gonzalez wing. Yeah, this is what I'll do, guys. Giving you my secrets. Hey. There we go. Yeah, Gonzalez, 23. I don't know how many Gonzalez they got, but yeah. So Gonzalez is on the left. And then they got, of course, Griezmann as the number 7 and Alvarez as the striker. This is what they go with. It's a congested, team, innit? It's very, very congested team. So this is their team. But from what we've heard, Alvarez is injured. So this guy is gonna come in and replace him. Sloth, is that how you say his name? He used to play for Crystal Palace, as far as I'm aware, right? Let me check him out, actually. Let me check him out. Is he the same guy? Yeah, he's the same guy. I think he's Norwegian, isn't he? Yeah, Norwegian striker. Who used to play for in the Premier League, Crystal Palace. Yeah, ex-Crystal Palace player. This is the guy. So I haven't got the pictures or anything like that. It's not my concern, to be fair, guys. So I'm not gonna say a lot about it. So that's the team. That's the team more likely to play based on the previous game, if you know what I mean. So that's what I see when I'm looking at that. Big up Gigi. Big up, of course, Uncle Rods. What are you saying, guys? What are you saying? So this is more or less the teams both teams that's gonna play. The threat, obviously, Griezmann. Everybody knows about him. I don't really know much about that football club, to be fair, to see where the threat is coming from. But I could check on the goal scorers in the previous game, see what happened in that. Gonzalez looks like a threat. The other guy, the number 8, Barrios, I hope I said his name right. He's the one who scored a goal for them the other game as well. So if I go back in games, maybe I could find out a lot. So let me go back. They drew a lot, to be fair, guys. They've only lost one game. I don't know where this, this thing about them struggling comes from. It's very strange, if you know what I mean. So I don't think they've been struggling. It's just, just too many draws. One loss, too many draws. So the league is a false place in 4 games, of course, man. It's understandable. So let me see, because you never know. There could be a player that's playing regularly that's not in the team. I mean, so... Oh, hang on. Let me see. Oh, the one... I guess they've won in there. Okay. So if I look at their team here, the Pool plays a lot. Is he still at the football club? I don't know if he's still there. I thought he left. Isn't he the Argentinian international? Yeah, he's still there. No, he's gone to Inter Milan. So he's no longer there. Yeah, he's gone. How wrong am I? Yeah, so that's pretty much really, guys. I think that's the team they're going to go with. Minus Alvarez. Atletico Madrid. So, yeah, it's what it is with them. Don't know much about them, guys. I'm sorry, but don't know much. Don't know much about them. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Majority of the time, they've got this number 5 that plays. You see, guys, I told you, man, I don't watch anything outside the Premier League. I am trying. So, majority of the time, what I see is for number 8 and number 5 play in that midfield. So, this guy goes, and this guy normally plays Cardoso. So it's mainly like this, I think. That's how they do it. Yeah, so that could happen. 2 players not playing, obviously. Alvarez is off, and the number 8 I took out, and Cardoso coming in. So these are the players that I can see for Atletico Madrid that play in a consistent basis. Number 17 is normally their left back, I think, as well. So let me just check that out. If you're asking me, like, where the threat comes from, apart from Alvarez and Griezmann, I have no idea, man. All I gave you is the goal scorers in the last game. So, yeah, man. Listen, Atletico Madrid is always going to be a threat, no matter what team they put out. They are, that team that frustrates the life out of you when you're watching them as well. So, yeah, pretty much, I think this is their regular lineup from what I can see. Sometimes number 17, Hanko, whatever his name is the centre back with the number 24. So let me go back. It depends. It really depends on what Diego Simeone wants to play. Really, that's what it is. So I'm going with this. It's similar kind of formation from what I can see. They've got number 7. We've got number 7. They've got number 9. We've got number 9. They've got a winger. We've got a winger. It's like 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 from both teams, obviously, tomorrow. So this is the formation they're going to go with both teams. Let me make it slightly smaller so everybody can see. It's too congested for my liking. Let me put it that way. There you go. There you go. Slightly smaller. So this is the team they're going to go with. Hopefully, Liverpool, go with a stronger team, if you know what I mean, like this, just for the first game, get that, get that winning momentum going in the Champions League as well. And then you could use the other players in the other games once you start doing that. Because, top 8 go through in that group. And I think when you finish below that, you go in the playoffs. You still got hope some way, somehow. But we need to learn from last season. Don't go all gun-ho, trying to get everything going straight away. Overextend your players to the point that they get tired. We don't need to do that. It's a learning curve last season, isn't it? Learning curve, new format, new Champions League and all that stuff. So it was always going to be different, man. Yeah. But yeah, big up everybody, man. Big up for sticking with me. Thank you very much. What are you saying? 6 times 77. To keep up the good work, my man. You never walk up. Appreciate that, my guy. Thank you, man. Never met. I don't know if I've seen you before, but thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. There you go. For he reacts, said it as well. Yes. What's average man saying? What if the guy thinks he's in a press conference? I know, bro. He's putting it in the back of him. Ah, Man City fans, strange, man. They didn't even know who Man City was when they used to have Keith Curl as a captain, and they don't even know who Keith Curl was. So there you go, Terry Phelan's, Nicky Summerby. You know what I mean? If I told them their players, they wouldn't understand it. Even Steve McMahon played for bloody Man City. He left Liverpool for Man City. Our legendary midfielder, hard man in midfield in the 80s. I mean, Terry Phelan, what a left back. The Carl Walker of his days, man. He was pacey left back, man. Hinchcliffe, innit? Hinchcliffe, the ex-Everton player, played for them as well, didn't he? Yeah, man. David James played for them. Yeah. They all know that because, you know, their legends is bloody Sean Gotter. Yes, he is, isn't he? He is. You're spot on. Trust me, Vader is professional when it comes to getting people mad. I know who Vader is. He came on my channel a few times, so I know who he is, man. Don't worry about that. And I've done a few streams with him in other people's channels as well. We need to get Foz 5K people, so underrated, but you'll shine through, Foz. Bro, thank you very much. I appreciate you for saying that. I don't chase glory. I just want to talk about football, bro. That's what it's all about. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. What are you saying? Will Isak play tomorrow? Nah. Eid Mubarak. He's still an Eid? Eid's finished, bro. Well, next is Ramadan. The chat isn't familiar with Veta game. I see. LOL. Yeah, there ain't, bro. There ain't. Big up, Mr. Batman. Welcome back, by the way. I missed you on the chat, but thank you, mate. Enjoy the rest of the stream, guys. Sorry, Fozzy. Catch you at the next one. Sorry about. I know you don't like the videos and all that stuff, but I want to prolong the show. I want to chat to you guys, so I need to bring up some stuff for you guys to talk about and all that stuff. That's what it's all about for me, bro. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I always knew, you know, I go from 60 people watching me, and when the transfer window closes, it goes back to, you know, normality. It's fine, man. We could build still. Now he thinks he is a science teacher, or 1 minute he's in a press conference. Yeah, he's a weirdo, man. He's a weirdo. Good guy, though. I got to give him that. I know him in it, so I got to give him that. He's a good guy. Big up on Cross. Big up, man. I'll be back. It's shower time. Thanks for letting us know, Uncle Rods. Big up Foz. Gakpo has become selfish. He doesn't want to link up play with Ikatike. I don't know about that, GG. I don't know about that. I think it's the beginning of the season. People are trying out some stuff. You know, like in life, you got to take risks to get to normality. This is what they're doing now, bro. They're taking risks while you can take risks. Then eventually, you do things, you know, in a cautious way, which is pass it to Ekatike to lay him off, to score goals and all that stuff. So yeah, you can't blame him if he's taking a shot. How about if it goes in? One day it will go in. You never know, bro. You never know. Alvarez is out. Okay, take it easy, guys. I know that already, man. I've heard. Take it easy on me, man. Tough sir, what are you saying, brother? Atletico will be parking the bus, but there will be more going up front than Burnley did. That's for sure. So we cannot have all our players in the half. Well, the last time I'm sure it was the last time they were at Anfield, they beat us because of a goalkeeper called Adrian having a madness. Instead of passing to the empty side, which is full of players of Liverpool, he passed it in the middle where Atletico Madrid can come forward and score. You know what I mean? It's crazy that time, man. That's the league. That's the season we won the league. The season before that, we won the Champions League. So it could have been a double. It could have been a double for that season if it wasn't for Adrian. So we won the league that season, and Adrian's mistakes stopped us, you know, retaining the Champions League. What a shame. What a shame, man. Subbed? Oh, thank you. I thought you was already a sub. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, bro. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else I could bring up for you guys. Yeah, we've got to watch Saeed again, innit? We've got to watch him. This time is with his brothers, innit? Nuruddin and Faz. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they're saying. Before we go in it, let's have a bit of fun. You know, when Man United are struggling, you got to put the foot on their head and just keep it down there, guys. Please, man, don't give up on this. Please. Watch this, man. Watch this. This is after the Man City game.
Explain to me why Manchester United have 5 at the back and conceded 3 goals.
Could have been 6.
Explain to me.
Sorry, mate. Let me go back to that. Beans and toast. Sorry, bro. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Beans and toast. Big up, bro. Big up for the sub.
Explain to me why Manchester United have 5 at the back and conceded 3 goals.
Could have been 6.
Explain to me how this negative defensive formation is still leaking goals. Explain to me. Manchester Derby. There was no pride, there was no passion, there was no tactics, there was nothing. Nothing today. Man City were there for the taking. Manchester City have come back off 2 losses. Everybody's talking about crisis. Everybody's talking about Pep Guardiola's finished. Everybody's talking about Man City's not the same anymore. Who are we? This manager, Ruben Amorim, yeah, comes out there, wrong team, wrong subs, wrong everything. Nothing this manager's doing is anything right. And the players are not getting away with it as well. Players, yeah, disgraceful. Some of these players here, Luke Shaw in 2025. He's still here.
Yeah, he is.
How have we managed that? How have we managed to allow Luke Shaw to still be here in 2025? Just take his jacket off, man. How? How have we allowed this fraud to still be here? You know why? The fans. The fans, you're a bunch of frauds, mate. He's good on his day.
Guys,
Hold on.
this is what we want as a football club, a Liverpool football club. We want their fans to be arguing with each other. We have to keep this going. Please, when you go to other people's streams, make sure you put it on them and, you know, have fun at the same time. Because if the fan base are against each other, that football club is going to go down further. So keep it up, please, guys. We need this. We need to be bad on that side. I mean, we're a good team, we're a good club and all that stuff. As the Arnie Slot says, we're too nice of a club. But sometimes we need to be bad to keep the other football club down there. Let them stay there. 15th, wherever they are, where they finished last season. Imagine this season, yeah? The bottom 3 are better than last season. They'll be dragged into the relegation zone, you know? Think about it. So yeah. Keep it up, man. Keep winding them up. Please, people. If you go on other people's streams, wind them up. Please, I beg you.
He's good on his day.
Look at the sweat dripping from his head. Just watch. He's all sweaty. Watch.
What day? It's been 11 years. Tell me the good day. Now wait. You tell me a day where Luke Shaw has put a performance. He said, you know what? I'm proud of that.
Sweet.
I'm disgraced today, bro. I live in Manchester. Yeah?
Can't go out now.
I can't go out now.
No, man.
My name's still Jamal. Today I said to myself, you know what, man? If we win today, yeah, Side TV's back. If we win today, yeah, I could go out there with a bit of pride.
His name is Jamal still, man. Scottish Bear, I got you, my brother. I got you.
But you know what?
Season
Can see
starts.
faces.
Season starts.
Now, fuck that. Fuck that. Season don't start after a win. I need to see improvements. Where are we going? Where? Where is this football club going? We've won one game against flipping Burnley. Burnley Football Club, yeah? We've won one game, yeah? and that's it. Where's the next game going? Where's the next game coming? Because we've only got one game a week. How about you guys? Manchester United have one game a week.
I wish we had no games.
Until we have the
Broski,
midweek.
I have got to suffer for another week. Why? Why should we suffer as fans? Why? Because this guy wants to do this little tactics board, mate. Yeah? I told you about this obrigado tax, yeah? Bruno Fernandes today, still on the football pitch.
Is that enough?
And if Dela was fit today, he'd be on there too. This man has got his favourites. He don't know what he's doing. He is here for no reason. But I don't blame him anymore.
No, we can't.
You know who I blame? Jim Ratcliffe, you're fucking there today. You're there. You can go press the reset button right now. What are you doing?
You don't trust him? No.
Hold a minute.
No.
You can do the right thing right now. Because you've done the wrong thing, the pointing, this manager. You've got Omar Barada doing this, I don't know, managerial hunting. Has he ever got a manager before in his career?
No.
Has he?
No. Finance.
Finance. But yet he's been allowed to find a manager in his first appointment. It is negligence. And I will not stand for that. So you lot that say to me, I'm pro Ineos and I'm all of this, I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out, bro. End of the day, yeah, today, yeah, the game was already wrapped up after what, 60, 70 minutes. I'm not having this formation of, you know what, United had chances at the end. United, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not having this, bro. The chances at the end came up when City took the foot off the gas. Am I lying?
It was like the 6-3, remember?
Broski, I do not care what you do after 3-0. I really don't care.
Game's done.
The game was done. Man City said, you know what? We're going to have feet up.
After 2-0,
We're going to put our feet up. We're going to relax. Disgraceful, man. If Amorim sees the next week, Ineos, this is where it turns ugly. Because you know why? The fans have to wake up now. Yeah? You could talk about recruitment. You could talk about whatever. But if the results are not matching, we are not doing anything, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Listen, it is what it is. Manchester United are Manchester United. Fan base, I would say they're one of some of the most optimistic fan bases in world football. I get called negative every time. And I turned up today and I thought, you know what? Because City have been under a lot of pressure. Maybe Pep don't want to lose, so we might be able to get a draw. I said City win or we get a draw. But I know that he doesn't take, I've been saying it, everybody keeps telling me about the defense. This defense is this, that defense is that. We don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about this. And we need to worry. I kept saying that, I said it from last summer, we needed 7 players. If you're going to completely back this guy, we didn't back him in January and we didn't back him again. And the midfield is where the midfield, one of the goals, I think it took 3 passes or 4 passes. City let us off the hook today because if they had their shooting boots on, they don't have to be that great. City don't have to be that great to beat Manchester United. You don't have to be that great to beat us.
It should have been 6 or 7. They missed a few chances, City. You know what I mean? And not only that, what you need to understand about City, guys, yeah, City is terrible. You know what I mean? They ain't even that good, and they're battered Man United. That's the scariest part for Man United fans. Yeah, long may it continue, though.
And in terms of the players today, I just see it as this is who we are. Wake up call is a wake up call. Now, Saeed, big up to Saeed. He's only one of the big YouTubers who are calling Ineos out because a lot of them are all in with Ineos. They're all being bought out.
Yeah, like Saeed, man, you can see, guys, like if someone's not genuine, he will be sweating as much as he is, man. And you know, they're season ticket holders. These guys, like I said yesterday, they're season ticket holders. They're not here like just being YouTubers, if you know what I mean. I'm not defending them because they're from our country or anything like that. They follow countrymen. I'm just trying to give you guys what sacrifices they make as a human being, you know what I mean, and how much it affects them. Let me just put it this way. If I had this in the 90s, YouTube the way it is now, I'll be the same as them because what he was going through back in the day, it's not as bad as this crap what we're watching. This is crap. Like, this is even worse. This is a different level, mate. I can't remember my football club finishing 15th ever. I mean, I've been here 46 years. Never seen my football club finishing, 15th. Never. I mean, at the end of the season. and losing the Europa League final at the end of the season. I've never seen my football club be in that position. This is beyond crap, you know that, yeah, guys. And they shouldn't be. Like they said in the beginning of the stream they just put up, they should not be talking. They should not come out their house. Normal circumstances, if that was, look, no, they shouldn't be doing that. But if it was the other way around, us, we'd be getting battered. We're getting battered now, being top of the league. Imagine if we were struggling like them, where Liverpool would be. Think about it, guys. Like, we're getting battered, being top of the league, not playing great, not playing, you know, the complete football that everybody wants us to play. Imagine we was like struggling. Where will Liverpool be? We'll be dismissed. You ain't gonna see no YouTubers, mate. You're not gonna see any YouTubers in the big channels, mate. Let me just put it that way. We're gonna be looked down on. You're not part of our group. Get lost. We're still letting Man United being on YouTube channels. They should not be there anymore. Their club is not at a level they should be talked about anymore. But we're still letting them come on YouTube channels because of their past history. But it is what it is, man. Long may it continue, my guys. The Cop Father, big up, my guy. First time I've ever seen it. Isn't it funny? Rivals are crying because we found a way to beat low block teams. Yeah, it is, bro. They're getting angry because of that as well. Every single time, like last minute goals is something that's, you know, giving them gray hairs, you know, all that stuff. Sleepless nights, you know, sleepless nights, you know that song. I could see you again. You know, I don't want to go on, but you know the song I'm talking about. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like every single time when we score in the last minute, I have to tune into Saeed because you're gonna see him retaliate. And we saw it yesterday when I put it on. It was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life, man. The guy lost it so much. Yeah, he dropped to the floor and he started speaking like Donald Duck. Go and check it out, guys. There was a moment he started speaking like Donald Duck. It was, oh man, crazy. And the person who gave the penalty away is an ex-Man United player. They just sold recently. Crazy. Oh man.
They're all part of the propaganda. And I know, you know who I'm talking to. You know who you are. You know who you are. But at the end of the day, I don't trust. So Amarin, we can sack. Another coach we can sack. But I don't trust any of the Muppets. Everybody who made that decision needs to get the F out of the football club as well. I saw it again and again. Us running back 3 passes to get through us. And then everybody's running back. And we've got a guy one-on-one on the way to goal. I don't blame Bindia for any of the goals today. I don't think Eve Lemons would have stopped the goals. I just think we've got defenders and we think we've got a team and we think that they understand the system and we think that Amarim is the guy. He was never that guy. The video's out on my channel. I said this guy vacates the midfield. And the fact that he keeps coming out and telling us about Kobe Mainoo. Now, Kobe
they didn't even give me credit, man. I deserve credit, you know. I was on a stream with these guys, and I told them when they were trying to like make fun of me, them two, Saeed and Nuruddin, that Amarim ain't the guy. He's too young. He's too. The club is not together. Everything that a young manager needs is not there for him. That's how I explain myself to these guys, and I'm still not. I'm not getting that credit, Nuruddin. What's going on, bro? What is going on? You guys laughed at me when I told you this club is too big for him. The job is too big for him. The fans and the football club is not together. And a young manager coming in like he is going to be a big struggle for him. You guys laughed at me. You know what I mean? Those who wait laugh the loudest. You know what I mean? Now you're saying exactly what I told you. And this was last season, around January. When we faced Man United, when we drew with them and Trent had that horrendous game. We had a little stream, you know, Man United versus Liverpool. And they asked me about their manager. And I said, the club is too big for him. Now they're saying the same thing. So who knows football, guys? You know what I mean? Who knows football? I predicted this last season. Told them what's going to happen. And it's exactly what I said is happening to them now. He's had a preseason. Still the same results is happening. He thinks playing 3 at the back is the way forward. We invented three at the back in the Premier League with Roy Evans. I had sleepless nights with that formations. It was great to watch when Fowler and Collymore, McAteer doing those crosses and Stick Ingebrigtsen be doing those crosses, Jamie Redknapp and John Barnes and Matt Manniman doing this free roll stuff. It was great to watch, but we couldn't defend. There was goals every game against us. That's why we haven't won anything with Roy Evans apart from a Coca-Cola Cup. Says enough. Coca-Cola Cup, which is the League Cup. Now there's a Carabao Cup. It used to be called Coca-Cola back in the day. That's what it was called. That's the only trophy Roy Evans, the nice guy, Mr. Nice Guy, has won with his three at the back. Stepped away from the boot room. That used to bring us success continuously for about 20 years. Stepped away from it. Gave us three at the back. We only won Coca-Cola Cup with that. And we brought in players that are not fit enough to play for Liverpool under that manager. That should never be in at Liverpool Football Club. Phil Babbs, Neil Ruddocks, and, you know, John Scales, Mark Wright, who replaced Hansen. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, what is going on? Some players, yes, Robbie Fowler's, and I love McManamans, and, you know, and you know, Rob Jones and all the great players. But what? Those days, we was bad. But we wasn't as bad as this, man. This is worse. This is rotten to the core. This is, you know, like, it needs complete surgery to get that football club back to where they want to be or close to it. They need to be relegated. Let me just put it that way. They might have to be relegated for the whole fan base and the football club to understand what position they are in. They think spending billions on billions is the way to come back, and it's still not working. And sometimes relegation is the way. They've been relegated before. They're great. One of the greatest strikers relegated them before. Dennis Law for Man City. Can't get any worse, innit? Dennis Law, your ex-player, and Man City. You know what I mean, getting you relegated. Two things that can scar you for a lifetime, man.
It's a developmental game. But you telling me Kobe Mainoo's not good enough to play in this shit Manchester United, one of the shittest Manchester United teams in the history of Manchester United. I don't know the win rate it is now, but it's
23%.
We've had 4 games. We've drawn 1. We've won 1 last minute on a dubious decision.
Real.
And we've lost 2. And I think Fulham, if Fulham had anything about them, they would have beat us because they were the better team. Now, next week, we've got Chelsea on a Saturday. It'll all be Ruben Amorim.
Are the fans the problem as well?
No, the
you
fans.
Have to, no, hold a minute. You have to call out the fan base as well because you're enabling this.
The fan base.
They're enabling this, bro. They're enablers.
But the solution.
Because you have to call it out and say, yo, this is not good enough for Man United Football Club. You have to call it out.
No, we do. But Saeed, the owners don't have the standard. The people who are football operations don't have the standard. So why should the coach have a standard? Why should the coach have a standard? The standards where Manchester United.
Hang on, guys. Like, where's the likes, man? And subscribe and all that stuff. Almost at 2,600. Let's get there today, innit? 2,090. Was it? Well, yeah, 2,600. I could be on today. So get the subscription going, man. Let me get to the comments. Apologies if I haven't read all your comments. Tafsir says, we pray Man United keep Amorim. Yeah, me too, bro. I pray every day. If they want us to play better, then don't play a low block against us. It's their choice. You're spot on. Even Arsenal did it, bro. Even Arsenal did the same thing. The almighty Arsenal. We just watched Igal and his crew criticizing, Florian Wirtz, and they played the low block too. Good afternoon, Mr. MM. Big up, my brother. And of course, chatters. The good times are. Oh, you want that? Okay, I'll give it to you. He means Liverpool. It doesn't mean Man United, by the way, Amorim. So
I want to tell you the good days are coming.
He's right. The good days are coming. I just hope Amorim stays as long as Fergie did. Yes, 25, 26 years. That's a long time. You're a vicious man, Mr. MM.
We're gone. When this guy finished 15th, the lowest in the history of Manchester United since 1950s. Since the 1950s. So that standard that you talk about, that was already got ripped up, thrown in the bin. There's no standards. So the fans are just following because they don't want to see yet another coach sacked. That's what the fans. Are
Yeah,
on about.
listen. Majority of the fans that they're not used to this manager in, manager out bollocks. Anyways, they're not gonna turn on the
Big
manager.
Steve, you're on the review. We're just recording the review. Talk to them.
Go on,
What are
Big
you saying
Steve.
now, eh?
You listen. You didn't.
What are you saying? Should have been 7, should have been 8. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been 6. I'll give you that.
He's right.
You what?
Yeah, it could have been. It could
Could
have
have been
that.
6. It could have been 6.
Yeah, 6
Could have
mil.
been 6.
Yeah, man. Use your poor man. I just watched that hammering him at the end. Mate. He's crying on the pitch and that. Just the players aren't even standing there, mate. He's finished him.
No, they're not going to sack him. They're not going to sack him because they'll expose the people who hired him.
Well, there's a big problem there, mate, because they didn't even want to know United. Sitting at the end, we went to a back 5 just to keep the clean sheet, just knocked it about. But Bruno was moaning at everybody. It just looks a bit, it's a problem. We're not playing well, mate, but we're nowhere near that.
But but Steve,
There you go, guys. Exactly what I said. Man City is not even a very good team. And look what they did against Man United. They're in trouble, Man United. Like relegation could be a strong thing this season. I'm telling you guys, you might be thinking I'm going overboard here. Like I said earlier, if it wasn't for the bottom 3 being as bad as they were, in normal circumstances, Man United would have been dragged into that bit. You know what I mean? Because if the bottom 3 was better than, like say about 5-6 seasons ago, when the bottom teams used to fight out of relegation, Man United would have been in trouble, man. I'm telling you guys, once you get dragged into certain places, it's very hard to get out of. And you're watching them now, they just better hope the bottom 3 are bad. But we've seen Burnley what they could do. Because a lot of people are saying Burnley is going to go down. Wolverhampton, they are bad. I've got to be honest. I can't even bloody argue about Wolverhampton. I don't know outside that what other team. Leeds are all right. You know what I mean? I'm not going to criticize Leeds. They can stay in the Premier League. But listen, they just better hope this season, the bottom 3 is as bad as last season. Because if they're not, Man United's in trouble, man. They're in deep, deep trouble, man.
It doesn't take us. It doesn't take two to be a team to beat us. You just have to be a bit decent up front to get through our defense, and that's it. So it doesn't take a lot to beat us at this moment in time, pal.
You got a striker like the Big Earl, mate. You know things are happening.
The fan base told me he's gonna come and do this, do that, do what. We don't create shit for him.
Oh yeah,
Steve, I'll see you later, man.
Yeah, man. And Donnarumma, man, what a goalie.
No. Stop getting gas, mate. Stop getting gas.
Don't do that. Don't beg it. Norden, don't beg it. Norden, don't beg it. No, don't beg it. No, don't beg it.
It's not the problem,
Don't
man.
beg it. You know what? You say a lot of nothing. You say a lot of nothing. You say a lot of nothing. Honestly, you say a lot of nothing.
My words, I will have the last.
You say laugh about what?
listen, Donnarumma is a good goalkeeper, but he's a mistake merchant as well, guys. So Nuruddin could be right with that one. I don't think he's all that, you know. I think he's a good goalkeeper, probably for Arsenal or something. Maybe, yeah. But for Man City, you know, Edison to Donnarumma, and they want the goalkeeper to be good with his feet. That's not going to work out. And not only that, he makes a lot of mistakes as a goalkeeper as well. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Nuruddin could be right on this one. Because, you know, at the top, when you got great goalkeepers, it's the limited mistakes they make that wins you titles. They don't make a lot of mistakes. You look at Alisson, the seasons he makes a lot of mistakes when he's off his game, we don't win titles. The seasons he's playing, you know, at his best again, that's when we win titles. So Donnarumma, Premier League, and you know, playing in the Premier League is different to playing Serie A and playing in obviously the French league. Those two leagues are very slow, and you could keep a lot of clean sheets in those leagues. But when you're playing in the Premier League, especially with a bad Man City team that's not, you know, keeping possession as they used to, and Kyle Walker ain't getting them out of trouble like he used to, they're gonna struggle, man. Listen, Nuruddin could be right on this one. I'm a firm believer of what he's saying, man. We're gonna see Man City experience something they haven't done for a long time. You know what I mean? It took them a while to get someone like Edison, but Edison was lucky because he had the likes of Kyle Walker at the back, you know, with Rodri in midfield, and of course Fernandinho before that and all that stuff. So if you haven't got that, and then you look at Rodri recently, he doesn't look like the Rodri of old. He was already slow, you know what I mean, before he got that ACL. Now he's going to be even slower. And then when you look at Rodri now, the passes he makes, it's not the same passes that he used to make before. And the runs he makes, it's not the same runs that he used to make before. Even when he's covering for defenders, he's struggling to get there now. So, yeah, man, you know, Nuruddin could be right on this. I like Donnarumma, you know what I mean, for different teams. But it could have been a Chelsea player. He would have been all right for Chelsea. Some teams like that don't care about the goalkeeper playing with with his feet and all that stuff. But playing for Man City, he's going to get a lot of the balls, you know, playing about with his feet. He gets caught out. There could be a lot of goals going in as well. So, Mark, just watch this space, man. Watch this space.
I will have the last
laugh about what?
Somebody click this up.
Laugh about what, though? What are you going to laugh about? Because you see a whole lot of nothing. When Jim comes on your screen, your blood pressure goes high. When Jim's not on your screen, you're laughing and giggling and everything.
What am I to do? Cry?
Yeah, you're an influencer. Now I'm influenced by you as well. Today I couldn't stop laughing.
Why?
Because you're influencing me. Anyways, let me introduce to Mbuemo today. Let me introduce you to M Mogadishu today. We are the mid-table Galacticos. Mid-table Galacticos. We had the Pakistani Patrick. We had the Indian Messi, not the Ivorian Messi. Who else? Obviously, Bruno Fernandes. Every day is the same shit with him. Luke Shaw.
Bangladesh a wing back.
No, we had the Bengali shawarma.
Make sure you add the Bangladesh.
The Bangladeshi shawarma who caused all of the shit.
Yeah.
Doku did one drop of a shit.
They said to him, like, you could talk about Mogadishu all that stuff, you know what I mean? But you got to talk about, you know, your country as well, Bangladeshi. Okay.
Shoulder and beat him like it was nothing. Yep. Then Haaland ran past him like it was nothing. The third goal, he gave the ball away as well. He has been absolutely diabolical. And the fact that there are people, you know, funny thing is, I'm just going to say all this. Some people support him because they're attracted to him.
Facts.
Wow, that's a big statement, man. Man City versus Arsenal is a pressure on both teams. Both will want to win. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that game. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Trust it to be the weekend I go back to work, guys. You know what I mean? What kind of shit is this, man? Really pissed off about that. It's going to be pressure on both teams. And the most important thing is the Cup father. If they drop points, that's more points for Liverpool to be in front of them if we beat Everton as well. So we're already, you know, getting away from the rest kind of thing. So that's good. That's very good, in my opinion. Psychedelic scientist, what's going on, brother? I hope you're okay, mate. I hope family's okay. I haven't seen you for a long time, man. I hope everything's okay with you. Love to see the rivals losing their minds. Long may it continue. Yes, brother, I agree with you. Okay, let's see what happens.
I swear that I'm just saying. When Mason Mount was signed to Manchester, let
me see.
The funny thing is, I'm just gonna say all this. Some people support him because they're attracted to him. People, you know, funny thing is, nothing. Yep. Then Haaland ran past him like it was nothing. The third goal, he gave the ball away as well. He has been absolutely the Bangladeshi shawarma who caused all of the shit.
Sure.
Yeah. Doku did one drop of a shoulder and beat him like it was nothing. Yep. Then Haaland ran past him like it was nothing. The third goal, he gave the ball away as well. He has been absolutely diabolical. And the fact that there are people, you know, funny thing is, I'm just going to say all this. Some people support him because they're attracted to him.
Facts.
I swear that
he's talking, is that, say, when was it, 96? I think it's 96. That Spice Boys thing when we made it to the FA Cup final against the Manchester United, believe it or not. And when Eric Cantona scored that volley through the defense and went into the goal to beat us by 1-0. We was wearing white suits before the game, called us the Spice Boys. That's what we was. People forgot Liverpool Football Club. We was buying players for looks. You know what I mean? Jamie Redknapp and all that stuff. That's what we was buying, for looks. It wasn't for the talent of the players. You know, it's not like Steve McMahon and all that guys, you know, people who's got, you know, black eyes on a living and all that stuff. Graham Souness kind of players. We was buying players for looks. And he's right. Same thing is happening to them. See how it goes like this? They talk about the same thing we were saying back then. We were saying the same thing as well. Wearing white suits in a cup final and shit like that. What is this, man? Sunglasses and all that nonsense. You're here to win games. You're not here for modeling. That's what we used to do. He said exactly what we used to say. We used to buy players for look. Bill, let me give you an example. Phil Babb. John Scales. The hairstyle, remember? John Scales? Everybody, remember? That's what we used to buy. Jamie Redknapp, same thing. That's all we was buying back in the day. The same thing they're doing. They're not even buying players for talent reasons. It's for looks. Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me.
When Mason Mount was signed to Manchester United, there were certain people who were
Beckham.
They're attracted to him. You see this female Man United fan base with thousands and thousands of followers. They're attracted to these players, so they just call it out what it is.
So what are you saying now then? Amarin, what?
It's not his fault.
Why?
Because the individual errors you saw today.
No, tactically.
And 100% he
today?
got the subs wrong.
What did we do today tactic-wise?
Him bringing on Maguire.
Is the formation working? Are we getting the results?
Listen,
so what are you backing?
Listen,
what are you backing?
I'm telling you, he made you aware we must suffer. I cannot trust. I cannot trust. No, I'm not taking the piss. I cannot trust,
bro. We suffered enough.
No, you haven't.
We suffered enough.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. No, you're not getting away with this, bro. You keep tell me who you trust these people.
Iriola. Go get Iriola.
I said it should have got
No, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Wait. What did I have to? I don't even know about this one. What?
Rewind. When the clock goes, selector.
Did he just say Areola from Bournemouth? For Man United? Don't spoil that manager, man. That's his level. Don't spoil it, mate. That's his level. Leave that poor guy alone. Leave him alone, man. Areola from Bournemouth to Man United. Get lost, man. Leave the guy alone, man. He's already... Where are Bournemouth? They're fourth. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? And you're telling the guy to come back down there to bring you guys back up? And you don't even have patience for managers? Leave the guy alone, man. Leave the guy alone. Get Areola. Are you mad? Are you mad or something? You need a big personality. You need something that can fix this damn football club. And you're talking about Areola from Bournemouth to fix this shit? Leave the guy alone, man. Leave the guy alone. Let him be, man. Let him be. Don't destroy the poor guy, man. Please. Big up, Fake Pundit, man. I hope you're okay, brother. Hope family's good on all that stuff. Big up, brother. Areola, they're saying. They must be mad. You're 14th right there in the league. You're 14th. And you're asking for a guy who's in a 4th position with the team that he constructed himself and made them into something special to come back down and try to fix this rotten club? Areola, if you were smart, if they approach you, please say no. Don't destroy your legacy already, man. You'll be gone, mate. Greater managers have failed. And you'll be part of that, my guy.
You're not
you cannot say anything about manager.
You want us to suffer more. Why? Have you not done anything suffering?
Humiliation.
You want us to be humiliated every week.
We're one game a week.
I'm with Vaz though.
We're one game a week.
Be humiliated by the ownership.
We're one game a week, anyways. We're not going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Season don't start till January.
15th. We'll just go back to being 15th again.
Season don't start till January, anyways.
Standards are set from the top people at the top.
You see, the manager's single biggest problem is not taking Bruno off, not starting Mino and Xerxes. Other than that, that's it. You had people in your chat saying play Ahmad in the right wing back, and then the other day people will say play Ahmad in the right 10. People are not qualified. They're not qualified. Bruno Fernandes is the single biggest problem in this team. Today, you've seen how many plays he gave away. But the entirety of the team, Mazraoui, absolutely diabolical. He was diabolical. I don't know how. Whatever happened here, oh my goodness.
Put it back. In 2025, Luke Shaw and Maguire are playing to each other and costing Manchester.
When he brought Maguire on, my head went. That's when I was
That's
really
the gimmick. That's the gimmick.
But with like I say, mid-table Galacticos, that's what we are. We bought mid-table players and we're gonna expect mid-table results.
And I don't think Mason Mount and Kuddy would have made a difference today. I'm telling you now. I do believe that. That's why I have to laugh.
Benjamin Shish Kebab.
They don't care.
Look at Saeed's head. Look at this bit here, guys. Look at this bit here. The hair. What the hair is. Oh man, he's sweating, mate. These guys are just riding him up, man. They making him angry, man. He's gonna turn. He's gonna punch someone. I'm telling you, man. He's gonna punch one of them one day, man. I'm telling you. He's sweating. He's had enough. He's had enough. And this fast guy, oh man, he's taking the piss at it. He's doing it by purpose. He's making him angry by purpose. The Biryani guy. I'm telling you, man.
The
Yeah.
millionaires, they don't care.
Benjamin Shish Kebab. That's all I can say.
Shish kebab, he
I
said.
don't rate.
Listen, like the video.
Except for
Subscribe.
If Dalo made any of these mistakes, if Dalo made any of these mistakes,
He already done that. How many games?
I'm out.
if Dalo made any of these.
They're making him angry, man. Poor guy, man. But guys, 2 hours I've been here, man. 2 hours. Enjoy this. Enjoy this. Sorry about the sound, guys. Enjoy this to the fullest, man. Enjoy this to the fullest. I won't stop. I know you guys, some of you don't like me putting, videos of our rivals like losing it on live TV or whatever it is. Guys, when it's our turn, they will do that every day. Trust me, they will do that every day. So I'm going to do it as long as I can. I don't care, man. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm at the top, baby. I've got the potential to win a 21 and 7 equal AC Milan. Why can't I enjoy that? Why can't I enjoy the miseries of our rivals, man? Come on, people. Guys, we're almost at 2,600. Let's get there, man. What's going on? More like and mid-table donkeys. Yes, man. It's true. It's true. All right, guys. Been here for 2 hours. I've enjoyed this. Thank you for always coming on and representing me. I will be back at some stage, probably today or tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm always there. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Inshallah. Of course, inshallah, bro. 100%. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. We're on the road to 3,000. We're almost at 2,600. We're only about 3-4 subscribers away. So let's get there, man. If you're watching this back, comment down below and say whatever you want. I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm here. Enjoying the miseries of Manchester United fans and the rest. All right. Take care, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you as always. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.